real. They say I move too fast, going man to man, always holding a new hand. Why can't they understand? Sex is irrelevant, just a game in my head I'm playing, and I'm winning. Oh, I broke another heart today. Oh, and I didn't care, I just walked away. 'Cause they think I love them, but I love them all. Love them all, yeah, yeah. I need another one to get over the other one. Another one, yeah, yeah. 'Cause they think I love them, but I love them all. Love them all, yeah, yeah. I need another one to get over the other one. Another one, yeah, yeah. They wait for my call. They all want me to fall. All these men, they want me like the rest. I'm continuing, not giving my best. Can't they understand? Sex is irrelevant, just a game in my head I'm playing, and I'm winning. Another heart today. Oh, and I didn't care, I just walked away. 'Cause they think I love them, but I love them all. Love them all, yeah, yeah. I need another one to get over the other one. Another one, yeah, yeah. 'Cause they think I love them, but I love them all. Love them all, yeah, yeah. I need another one to get over the other one. Another one, yeah, yeah. Maybe one day I'll settle down, but for now I'll just play around. And I make a feeling, that's how I get up. Make them all feel special, then I fuck it up. So I won't hurt, I keep a line up, and I love them all. 'Cause they think I love them, yeah, yeah. I need another one for the other one. Another one, yeah, yeah. 'Cause they think I love them, but I love them all, yeah, yeah. I need another one to get over the other one. Another one, yeah, yeah. New York still a sucker.
Like my hand is blue. Bad bitches, yeah, I keep them by the two. It's a big difference between me and you. I ain't nothing like you or you. I'm on a whole nother level. These bitches is out of their league. These bitches ain't batting like me. These bitches ain't better than me. These bitches don't count on these bitches can't count. I am not the 1, 2, or the 3. You bitches look up to me. You say you look up to her, but really you look up to me. I can't be playing with niggas. I'm married to G. I got some niggas that do what I say. If I tell them to shoot, they pull up on the 3. When bitches be rapping and laughing, it sound like you trying to me. I'm who you dying to be. When somebody cop all these groupies a ticket, cause I'm who they dying to meet. I'm in the city, I drop a location and all of the killers come out. These niggas be fighting for y'all, but they play the back when them killers is out. When them killers is out, cut them off like the scissors is out. When Bobby touchdown, the baddest of bitches is out. Like my hand is blue. Bad bitches, yeah, I keep them by the two. It's a big difference between me and you. I I ain't nothing like you or you. Yo. 888 mil on that new thing, tied up like my shoestring. Ain't fucking with you bitch niggas, and that's real rap, but I do sing. Make room when I come by. Ain't speaking, I'm dumb high. Just heard niggas got jokes, it's a matter of time before one dies. Them dudes out and them tools out. All sixes like school's out. Niggas know if they talk slick that I'm winter fresh, they'll get chewed out. Them dudes out and them tools out. All sixes like school's out. Niggas know if they talk slick that I'm winter fresh, they'll get chewed out. This shit ain't regular rich, so they end up in the ditch. I'm not a regular bitch, so when niggas see me, they jump on my dick. He not a regular shooter, so when you see me, salute her. Ain't got a knife in my hand, but I'm chopping it up with some niggas who shoot her. Like my honey's blue. Bad bitches, yeah, I keep them by the two. It's a big difference between me and you. I ain't nothing like you or you. Ask Jay who he married. 80,000 in Paris. Stadiums with Queen B and that selfie got him aggy. These pictures is lightweight. I ain't always that fight weight. This game is on ice skate cause we move work through that tri-state. Cause them boys out and them toys out. Still banking that noise out. You could get it in the wintertime where that Mayweather like Floyd's out. Them boys out and them toys out. Still banking that noise out. You could get it in the wintertime where that Mayweather like Floyd's out. All of these bitches in pocket. I'm about to make a deposit. Tell them to go ahead and gossip as long as your house is the size of my closet. Anybody I call they picks up, even if they was getting their dicks up. These niggas don't make a mix up. Tell them niggas go step they bricks up. Tell them niggas go step they bricks up. Tell them niggas go step they bricks up. Like my honey's blue. Bad bitches, yeah, I keep them by the two. It's a big difference between me and you. I ain't nothing like you or you.
What's going on, Conscious crew? Hi, can you guys hear me? Am I loud, live, and in motherfucking color? It's the voluming. Can you guys hear me? Am I in the building or where? Give me a 1 if you can hear me well, because I don't got none of my professional equipment. I ain't got my webcam. I ain't got my professional mic, honey. Everything is moving through the mob CPU. What's going on, you guys? So you guys already know what we're here to talk about. We got some church announcements to get into first. Before we do that, I need you guys to go ahead and thumbs up this video until it is absolutely stuck. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. And since I ain't been on this bitch in almost a week, okay, we got to get those thumbs upping. So whether you're in the bushes, whether you're part of the Replay Gang, or whether you're actively in these streets with me in real time right now, I need you to absolutely thumbs up the video. If not, I got a lot of time on my hands. So if you guys need the help of R. Kelly and Aaliyah's eldest daughter, Legina Gold, to serenade you all with an acoustic version of my 4-page letter, just to get y'all inspired, just to get the blood running through them fingers, we can do that. If you guys need a 7-minute Super Freaky Grandma remix rendition, the remastered mix, you know, just to give y'all some extra time to get the likes up on the video. I got time. You know, if y'all got time, I got time. You know, that's perfectly fine. Okay? But if y'all don't want to have to endure any of those torture methods, then I'm just going to need y'all to kindly and swiftly and professionally, okay, it's free of charge. It don't cost you nothing, baby. You're already in the building. If you support a bitch, then support a motherfucking bitch. Okay? By running these thumbs up, I'm great. Okay, on period. Okay, you see Miss Pat already there, honey. She ain't got time tonight, baby. She ain't got time, baby. Hit that butt. Also, shout out to all other new subbies. Make sure that you guys have your notification bell set to all so that you never miss a day or an hour when the king is indeed kanging. And please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your MySpace, your Facebook, your personal OF, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr. I don't really give a damn where you lay the link. Just let them whores know the real loud live and in color. With no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen. All right, what's going on, you guys? Let me speak to my people. I feel like I ain't seen y'all in forever, bitch. Hey, Lady Virgo, what's going on? Constant, those eyes are eyeing that part. Hey, Rashonda, what's going on, boo? I mean, my B-Day bull season, y'all, period. Y'all continue to wish our very own Rashonda a happy belated birthday, honey. Okay, she turning up, girl. She just turned 21, so she popping out puss all around the country, girl. So give it up for Miss Rashonda. Hey, Magic Crystal. Hey, boo. Hey, Courtney Jackson. Hey, baby mother, who jumped out of the bushes to say hit the dang on like button, period. All right. Hey, Miss Pat. Hey, Auntie. What's going on, love? Hey, boo. What's going on, Corn Silk? Hey, Sin. What's going on? Hey, y'all. I'm about to mod some of y'all up, too. Hey, Yellow Boy. What's going on? Bush, baby. Here, period. You need to be out of the bush in these streets, baby. Okay? I'm tired of y'all bush damn babies. Get in these streets, honey. Get in the passenger seat, honey, and let's go for a nasty piece of the adventure. What's going on, Miss T? Hey, Miss Williams. What's going on, Ian Gardner? Hey, Queen Keish. What's going on, Sin? Hey, Miss T. Hey, Mo. What's going on, Adora? What's going on, Constance? Hey, Mary. What's going on, boo? Hey, Lady Sparkle. Hey, love. What's going on? What had happened? Who's on our old nasty piece of Greyhound, honey? Okay, what had happened? I'm gonna need to put you up on game, baby. We're gonna have to get you some men's, okay, who will at least put you on Spirit Airlines, baby. Okay, because when pussy is this good, honey, you ain't got to pay for nothing, sugar. Okay, so I'm gonna have a consultation with you, okay, and give you the pussy gold package, baby. All right, I'm stuck on this Greyhound bus for another 30 minutes without my headphones, but I'm gonna still make sure you get this view on period. What's going on, Ace Nene? Hey, Miss Mika. What's going on, JH? Hey, Lashikia. Hey, boo. Hey, Keeny. What's going on, Rochelle? Hey, Lady Jade. Hey, Monica. Hey, Coach Leslie. Hey, fam. What's going on, my other Sin? Hey, y'all. I'm loving the hair. Thank you, Miss Mika. Hey, Shauna. I'm in these streets, period. What's going on, Rugby? Hey, y'all. Okay, so it's a lot going on, all right? So I know y'all ready to get into the drama. I am going to be dropping the link. I'm going one town over. I don't give a damn if you go in the next block over. Okay, we catch flights per block, okay? Per square radius. Hey, Hannah. What's going on? T-Talk with Shay. Hey, y'all. What's going on? So, okay, so Shauna says, where am I? Okay, that's what we got to get into. So y'all know I've been missing in action, okay? I've been on my grown folk shit, all right? If you are a part of Instagram, then you already know what I've been up to. Let me take down this banner super quick. I am going to be dropping the link because I want to know all about girl code and just what y'all think about these messy ass situations like this, okay? Because Porsha, Dennis, Simon, and Miss Fallon got it going on. What's going on, Dr. Quantum? Hey, boo. So, those of you who don't know, I have been traveling the country because me and another one of my friends out in New York, we are going into the Airbnb business, okay? So we have an Airbnb property out in Atlanta. We have an Airbnb property out in South Carolina, and we have an Airbnb property out in Cincinnati. I'm going to be going to Mexico next month as well because he has properties that he's outsourcing for us over in Mexico, and he already has done Airbnb work over in Mexico. So we're going to be pushing through Miss Mexico Girl so we can see what's going on over there, decide on what we want to do, and if I want to invest in any of the properties over in Miss Mexico, child. I was told that you cannot grow wealth by saving, you grow wealth by investing. And my friend is making a very, very dope, lucrative, consistent living off of the Airbnb business. So he's been in this business for the past 5 years, and he
He's amazing, and he really just talked me into this. And he lives in New York, so if he can pay his high ass rent and pay for that high ass $10 sewage water, you know, that they be feeding them children out of the damn faucets of the Bronx, girl, and putting them in Aquafina bottles, talking about it came straight from Water Park River, girl. If he can sustain his living in Miss New York off of Airbnb alone, girl, Airbnb it is, okay? So I just been getting all of that situated because I'm grown as fuck, and I plan on being as rich as hell because I don't plan on marrying none of these niggas. I'm almost out of motherfucking friends, bitch. Okay? So, who gonna keep me company, girl, in my golden years? It's gonna be my coin, honey. And I plan on this being a rich Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton ass type of a hoe. Okay, girl. It's to the bag for me, girl. Okay, I was against the bag culture, but since I see it ain't nothing else worth having in the world but damn money at this point, girl, coin it is. So I'm team coin, bitch. I'm team about my business. It's money over everything right now. Okay. And I'm real proud of myself. So can we just take a moment of silence and give me an old nasty piece of pat on the back, bitch? Because we out here, okay, going from thousandaires to millionaires to quadruplinaires to leaving our children and our grandchildren and our nieces and nephews as heirs, okay? You know, Black children being able to be born into wealth. Instead of having a hard not motherfucking life, okay? Make that paper on period, Miss Constance. Got to. Dr. Quantum on period. Grown. So I had shit to do. And, you know, I can't be on YouTube my whole life, but I can't forget about my YouTube fam. So that's what I've been doing. And matter of fact, I'm in one of the Airbnb properties right now. It's on an old nasty piece of lake house, girl. She's in the rich, white ass part of town. And before we put it on the market, I wanted to come in and just, you know, put my pussy on everything, you know, see how my pussy feel and all this shit, okay? Because if it make my pussy feel good, it's gonna make another bitch pussy feel real good. So I had to pooch on through, girl. I'm living it. And this is 2 stories, girl. So we're going to be renting out top and bottom. So the whole property, girl, is like 3 different damn separate universes all into one. Okay, so this is the bottom level of the property, girl. And Miss Nasty Lake is out there, girl. She is filled with the wilderness. You can go swim out there butt naked, put your boats out there and all of that. I figured if we did lake houses, none of the ratcheties would be interested, okay? Because Black folk don't really be fucking with no water like that. And can I tell y'all something? And I found this to be so discouraging. What's going on, Corn Silk, hey? But my homeboy told me, coming into this business, he said, we need to not rent out to our own people. Because apparently, statistically, historically, you know, the pathology of it all apparently is that Black and brown folk be tearing up people's shit notoriously. Like, Black people are more liable to tear your shit up. You will stay replacing kettles and replacing pots and silverware, girl. There's still your goddamn coffee maker right off the damn counter, child. Steal all your damn towels. Leave marijuana and cocaine and crystal meth, girl, just hanging from the damn ceilings. And that broke my heart because, you know, everything that I'm doing, girl, is to elevate and to, you know, ascend and transcend us. And the fact that we out here fucking up things for ourselves, girl, when we got Black folk out here who want to buy Black, who want to invest in Black, who want to make love to Black, who want to spend on Black, who want to do, you know, all types of nasty pieces of business with Black. And these niggas out here showing their ass like this, girl. Like, I'm shook by that. Hey, Miss Yvette, what's going on, boo? Have y'all heard such a thing? Yes, like they do on Section 8, Queen Bee. They be treating the Airbnb properties like the Section 8 properties, girl. I did not know that was a thing. I did not know that was happening out here. Have y'all heard about these things? Like, we're going to have to do better. We're going to have to do better, girl. Because it's a mess. Okay? But right now, if we got to discriminate, girl, just to get to the promised land, then discriminate we're going to do to get to the promised land, bitch. Okay? I'll come back for the heathens, girl, when I'm over yonder. Okay? If it's going to be too much of a problem, taking their asses with me, I'm just going to have to come back for them when we got it. All right? But anyway, it's a lot going on. Okay, hold on. Miss Rochelle says, I know we can fuck something up in the blink, but being a melanin person, I have to still reach out to the kings and queens of color and say that means all blacks are ninjas, and they are not. That's the thing. But you know, with Airbnb, you just don't know who you really rent into unless you really being particular about looking at that profile picture. And you trying to read those names, you know, to see what falls on the melanated side and what falls on the non-melanated side, girl. Because I was asking my homeboy, how in the hell do they, like, how can they stereotype? Like, how are they able to do that? Because you don't really have to give up a lot of detailed information when you're, girl, that's a whole, we'll come back and have that conversation, okay? We'll come back and have that, because that's a whole situation. Right now, let's get into why we're here today, girl, okay? Miss Porsha Williams and Dennis and Simon and Fallon got it going on down there to the court's damn house. Now, I'm sure you guys already know by now that Porsha Williams from Real Housewives of Atlanta, you guys know Porsha Williams, Cordell's beard, okay? Fucked around and apparently ran off with Falynn Pina's husband, who apparently, you know, was introduced to Porsha. You know, her and her man Simon was married at the time, introduced to Porsha on Real Housewives of Atlanta. We saw that whole interaction on screen. All right. It was a very awkward on-screen encounter between Porsha. Porsha didn't even want to shake the damn man's hand. She was doing the elbow. She was very talkative for no reason, giving very like nervous, anxious energy. A lot of people found the encounter kind of off-putting at the time, but there was really no context for why the energy seemed just a little wobbly, girl, why it seemed a little raggedy, why it seemed a little funky, you know, why it seemed a little promiscuous, girl. You know, why was the scene giving promiscuous energy, child? Okay. Fast forward, child. Simon and Porsha end up together. She living her best Africana life. Okay, everybody is rooting for Porsha at this point. Simon apparently is some big mogul with all this moolah. They have a beautiful Wakanda wedding, girl. It looks like it's the wedding of Porsha's dream. Okay, she done elevated from Queen of Scotland to Queen of Nigeria, girl. And it looked like, for the most part, everything was promising, aside from the fact that she ran off with somebody else's damn ninja. And on top of that, had a little reality show that had both sides of the family throwing chairs and picnic chairs and barbecue chicken at each other and acting like straight up damn Jerry Springer. Murray, you are not in fact the motherfucking father. Funky motherfucking mess on TV, girl. Did y'all remember that little intersection right there? Where it looked like the whole damn family, girl, acted like the ex-cons and the mug shots that they were representing, girl. But aside from all that, bitch, and aside from the fact that Simon has like 27 mug shots, has a checkered past, has been involved in all type of fraudulent ass material, girl. I don't know whether him and Kaya are stepsisters and brothers, whether they first to can, girl. I'm sure somewhere in their DNA ancestry, there is a connection thereof, okay? So aside from him being an ex-con and a fraud, and aside, girl, from the fact that she stole the nigga from another damn woman, and aside from the fact, girl, that their families were beating the hell out of each other, girl, and that there is family trauma all up and through there, it seemed ultimately promising, okay? Well, only 15 damn months of some honeymoon shit. And now she done ran from out of Fallon's house down to the damn courthouse to file for her goddamn divorce papers. So what we gonna do is pull up an old nasty piece of article, girl, from the People and get into what's been going on, child, because ever since this divorce, it's been an old nasty piece, old nasty piece, old nasty piece, old nasty piece of something, child. Okay, and there's a lot of moving parts in this, so I'm gonna need y'all to keep the fuck up, okay? Let me pull up this old nasty piece of article, girl, because it's a lot going on. Okay, this ain't even from the People, girl. This is from Miss USA Today, and we're not even gonna read all of this. No, we not. That's what we're not gonna do. But we probably are, okay? But it says, Williams has filed her petition Thursday in Fulton County Superior Court in Georgia, according to documents obtained by USA Today Friday. As a spouse, she is entitled to a divorce from Simon on the grounds that the marriage is irreconcilably broken and there are no prospects for a reconciliation, according to her filings. In her filing, Williams states that she and Simon are currently living in a bona fide state of separation, and also requests that the court enforce the prenuptial agreement the couple entered into on November the 17th of 2022, a few days before they were married on November 22nd of 2022. She also asks for Simon to be ordered to pay her reasonable attorney fees and expenses of litigation incurred through this damn divorce. People first broke the news on Friday. USA Today has reached out to Williams' rep for comment. In May of 2021, just a little background, the couple went public with Williams confirming her beautiful new relationship with Simon, who is the ex-husband of her Real Housewives of Atlanta co-star Falynn Pina, which is what this video is about, girl, because I'm going to be dropping a link. I want y'all to tell me how y'all feel. Did Porsha Williams do Fallon a favor? Or is Porsha going to hell, bitch? Okay, we're going to talk about it. Quote, our relationship began a month ago, is what she said when they publicly introduced their relationship. Okay, our relationship just began a month ago. Yes, we are crazy in love. I know it's fast, but we are living life each day to its fullest. Williams captioned the photo of her and Simon, quote, I chose happiness every morning and every night, tuning out all the negative energy and only focus on positive. That's exactly what you did, bitch. Stealing this woman's ninja, ignoring all 27 of his goddamn mugshots, his checkered past, girl, and the fact that all his damn relatives act like they ain't got green cards either. You damn sure only focused on the positive, Miss Mamas. That's what we can give you credit for, baby. See, Porsha ass know how to work that law of attraction, bitch. That bitch know how to raise her goddamn vibration by practicing and mastering the art of denial. All right. Williams said she understood the optics, but wrote that Simon's divorce from Falynn Pina was finalized and she'd had nothing at all to do with the split. Simon reciprocated by going on Instagram with Williams and revealing that the two were engaged to be married. Quote, I asked her to marry me because we checked all of each other's boxes. That ain't age well, bitch. And then some, he wrote. So is Simon saying, girl, that they both scammers? They both thieves? He's stealing from the damn government. She's stealing from other housewives, bitch. Okay, what is he saying they got in common, girl? Because the only thing so far, bitch, that they got in common is the fact that they both are some damn burglars. We is what all we have and what we wish every single one of you out there would have, which is happiness. So when I asked, she said, yes, that is all that mattered. Williams joined Real Housewives during the 5th season as the wife of former NFL player Kordell Stewart. Okay. Andrew Caldwell's passed. The couple divorced in 2013. She shares daughter Tyler McKinley with her ex Dennis McKinley. Okay, the one who was accused of sleeping with dogs and animals and putting his weenie in between cornbread and shit, bitch, selling it out there on the food truck, girl, just throwing bestiality penis around the community, girl. It's Porsha Porsha, okay. Earlier this month, Bravo announced that Williams would be returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta after 2 years, shortly after Kandi Burruss shared that she would be bowing out of the reality show following season 15, and fans are telling Kandi ass get written. Kandi's one of my favorites, so I'm sad that she's going, even though I ain't watched her either the past 6 seasons, but nonetheless, I knew she was over there, and I was rooting for her. Williams starred in season 3 of The Real Housewives of Ultimate Girls Trip, which filed in Thailand and aired last year. All right, so that's just a little old Nancy piece, a backdrop there. Now, since this divorce, girl, it's been a lot, okay? Because Porsha Williams, according to People.com, calls out Simon erratic conduct after he claims that she bought a GUN man to their house. In February, People confirmed that the estranged couple were filing the divorce after 15 months of marriage. Porsha Williams is speaking out against her estranged husband, Simon, after he responded to her divorce filing with new claims. In a motion filed by Simon on Monday and obtained by People, he alleged that the Real Housewives of Atlanta star, 42 years of big old age, abandoned their shared home, but later returned with a man visibly bearing a GUN for reasons unknown to him. The incident allegedly took place on March 21st, and police were called to the scene in order to maintain the peace per the motion. And I don't blame Simon's ass, baby. Okay, because these women is out here committing all types of goddamn crimes of passion, bitch. He didn't know whether they was coming over there to tear his ass up like a Scream Chapter 7 fatality, whether they were going to Jason Voorhees his ass, baby. Okay, a scorned woman, honey, pulling up with a ninja who got a little ninja on his waist. Oh, damn, you damn right, baby. It's going to be us in the building, girl. Me, you, and all the po-po, bitch. On Monday, Williams filed a response to Simon's motion in the docs, which were obtained by People. She denied the claims made by her estranged husband, calling them false statements and accusations that are intentionally misrepresenting the reality of the situation. In his motion, Simon claimed Williams, 42, instructed third parties to harass him in an effort to force him and others out of the Georgia home. He also alleged that Williams invited the armed GUN men into their home on 2 separate occasions. However, in her response, Williams claims that there was no need to have prior discussions with husband, as there was a clear prenuptial agreement that required husband to vacate the marital residence by March of 2022 of 2024. Wife further shows that after learning husband was having multiple women in the marital residence, she no longer felt comfortable staying in the residence with her minor child. So here it is. They have a prenuptial, girl. They done filed for divorce. She expects Simon ass to be out within 30 days. He's not. And not only is he still there, but has the audacity to be hooking up, girl, with other big teeth, big booty women in Atlanta. And Miss Porsha Williams is like, bitch, over your dead body. Over your dead body, baby, because the Queen of Thailand is back in the building. Tiara has been straightened the fuck up, okay? So either Simon was going to leave alive or he was going to leave in a black box, bitch. She was going to leave those 2 ultimatums to him. Elsewhere in the complaint, Simon claimed that Williams, her mother, and her mother's partner made a forcible entry. I believe that, because the 3 times I saw Porsha's mama on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I saw how them lace wigs was a forced entry on her damn head, that's definitely a damn woman, girl, who bulldozes through all, baby. Okay? It was all represented, girl, in the lace fronts. Into the home on March 21st to disconnect security cameras and tampered with items and evidence. People reached out to the Gwinnett County Police Department for confirmation, but did not receive a damn response. In her response, Williams claimed that the parties have always had personal security and that both their security teams cooperated and worked together while both were on the premises. Simon further claimed that Williams' behavior has been erratic, unstable, threatening, and harassing. to the home staff and their child upon filing for divorce, leading Simon to ask the court for a restraining order against his estranged dad. Why? Williams claimed that she returned to their shared residence on March 21st to retrieve her daughter's swim items, and again on March 24th to secure her personal belongings. The parties have always had personal security. As such, it is unclear why Simon is attempting to push a false narrative that even minimally suggests that Williams returned to the marital residence with any nefarious intentions. The response. Now, this is once again coming from a man who is a pathological liar, clearly, and a fraudster, and coming from a woman who is a pathological liar and has a known history of violence and running up upside bitches' heads. Okay, so I just don't know which way the pendulum is swinging between the two. Now, during another instance, on March 7th, Williams claimed that she went to the home and brought personal security for her own safety in light of Simon's erratic behavior, including hosting multiple strangers who were unknown to her. She also claimed that he disabled her access to the home on multiple occasions and has since fled the country to Dubai. Okay, now she just admitted that he allegedly been disallowing her entrance into the home. That would then actually legitimize what Simon is saying about Williams, her mom, and the goons forcibly coming into the home, which by right, Simon obviously does not have a right to do. So Williams essentially really just found an alternative way to enter her property. Okay, it wasn't really forcible entry. But if you read between the lines, girl, they both corroborated each other's stories if you listen and listening. In her response, Williams pointed out that Simon was allegedly refusing to adhere to the terms of their prenuptial agreement and asked that the court deny Simon's motion and grant her exclusive possession of their home, given Simon erratic behavior. She also requested, is that water coming up, girl, that Simon be ordered to pay her attorney fees since she has incurred and will continue to incur significant attorney fees and expenses of litigation against his motion. In February, people confirmed that the couple had filed for divorce. Girl, this is a mess, girl, okay? Now, who been getting a whole life? Who been getting a whole entire life since the goings-ons been goings-ons has been Fallon, okay? Miss Falynn Pina, okay, who had her nigga snatched up, apparently, by Miss Porsha, girl, okay? She been doing social media tours, girl. She been on every podcast under the sun, girl, because, you know, her Santeria has worked. Her 7-day candles were successful, bitch. All that graveyard dirt her ass accumulated during the eclipse, girl, to curse the damn marriage, girl. You know, the spirits adhered, you know, to her petitioning the universe to separate that, to break that shit up, okay? So she been as happy as a doorknob. But she also been dropping some interesting tea, okay? Recently, Fallon fled to social media and said that Dennis McKinley, okay, Porsha Williams, baby daddy, okay, that she shared her young daughter with, told Fallon during one of their hangout sessions, okay, that Porsha actually had been smashing Simon for a whole year prior to their relationship and while Fallon and Simon were still married. I'm gonna let y'all sit on that real quick. Yep. Dennis allegedly told Fallon that he thought she knew because, according to Porsha, Fallon was all green light and she was aware of the relationship and she didn't care and everything was Gucci and smoochy and that everything was great over on Elm Street, girl. Okay. Fallon said, bitch, who said that? Fallon had no memory of this information, receiving this information, nor living in a reality where that was the case. And obviously, if what Fallon is saying is true, as it relates to what Porsha Williams' baby daddy told her, then we know Fallon truly did not know because we saw that awkward ass introduction between Porsha, Simon, and Fallon on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Matter of fact, if we need to remember the times, let me see if I can pull that up. Porsha Williams meet Simon and Fallon. Let's see if we can pull this up, girl. Hold on, I don't need no copyright issues, bitch. This might be risky business here. Or I think, yeah, we y'all saw it, bitch. Okay, so they got all that going on. Now, here's the thing: Simon later came out and said that Fallon ass was actually cheating on him and was actually pregnant with another man's baby while they were still together. So he's calling all cap on Fallon playing the victim girl. Okay, I said that she been the one cheating. She been the one committing to the infidelity, and that she got pregos while they were together. Here's the thing. Oh, and here's another little interesting tidbit before we go any further. So, Fallon also came out a few years ago and also claimed that obviously not only did Porsha run off with her nigga, and according to Dennis, Porsha been smashing Simon ass a year before they came out as together on social media a month later, according to Porsha, after Fallon and Simon's marriage was dissolved. But Fallon also claimed that Porsha also slept with Simon's cousin for a Rolls Royce. Okay? The Source magazine stated. Now, somebody in the comment section said that somebody that got her the Rolls Royce is the same guy that was involved in the Mauricio Umansky Malibu Mansion lawsuit. You guys know, on one of those Housewives, those other white housewives shows, there was a couple going through a big separation and fraud and all of this shit. Okay, well, allegedly Porsha was fucking this tycoon, okay? And the commenter says that the one that stole from his country to finance his lavish lifestyle. The sale of the home was to be part of restitution to repay the funds, which is why it looked so bad for Mauricio if he did in fact withhold information about a higher bid. So all for Porsha getting hers, but not with money taken from victims. I don't remember his name, but he was the vice president from Equatorial Guinea. All right, that's according to a source, girl. Now, for those of you who need a little bit of backstory on this mansion fraud. Okay, I think I got an old Nancy piece, article pulled up her that gets into a little bit of that. Okay, just to give y'all a little backstory, child. Okay, yeah, Kyle Richards. Okay, so Mauricio Umansky, okay, who is the husband of Kyle Richards, okay, and his real estate company. The agency is being sued over a fraudulent real estate transaction by a former client. Kyle Richards' husband is being accused of selling a client's Malibu mansion to himself for $32 million, then reselling the home a year later at a profit of $37 million. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star is being sued by Sweetwater Malibu LLC, the company that owned the home at the center of the lawsuit, according to court documents obtained by the blast. In 2016, a man named Mauricio Arborfeld, in conjunction with Mauricio Umansky, acquired the property for a massive discount, just $32.5 million. They brought it straight from the U.S. Justice Department, which has seized it from the previous owner, Teodoro. Girl, these motherfucking names. Okay, so this is the guy. Let me show y'all this. This is coming from All About the Tea. Shout out to allaboutthetea.com. Okay. Hold on, girl, because this is a whole entire mess, girl. All right, let me show y'all this. All right. So this guy here, Teodoro something O'Bagan. Okay, he was once linked to Porsha Williams, the son of Equatorial Guinea president. Okay, Teodoro was accused of using funds pilfered from his home country to pay for the house. According to the seller, Mauricio did not inform Sweetwater Malibu LLC of much higher offers that were made prior to the sale of the mansion. Mauricio also hid the fact that he partnered with the buyer to purchase the home. 1 year later, Mauricio sold the home for $69.9 million at a profit of $37 million motherfucking dollars. Girl, now catch this. Kenya Moore asked, was it Kenya Moore or was it Claudia Jordan? Clocked the shit out of Porsha ass. Either during one of those trips between the girls or during the reunion, which one of them brought up the fact that Porsha was an alleged African for a Royce. I want to say that was Claudia who clocked her. And Porsha got so infuriated. I think she even threatened to sue Claudia Jordan at the time. I think that was Claudia who clocked Porsha. Well, this allegedly is who gave Porsha that car, that luxury vehicle, who brought that for. It was Kenya. Okay, yeah. See, y'all more nosier than me, bitch. Okay, that's why I need my street committee girl. All right, so they were clocking the tea, bitch. So Porsha apparently has a knack for criminals, girl. Okay, I'm gonna call her Miss Ponzi Scheme, girl. Okay, Porsha with all the shits, girl. Okay, she with all of the Dubai trips, bitch. Okay, she into the things of the things of the things of the things of the things. All right, now peeling it on back. What's going on, Vanessa? Hey boo, hey T-Talk, hey Sam by good. Let's get into the real meat and potatoes and the bulk of this shit, because I want to talk about this whole Porsha Williams thing. And we ain't got to keep the conversation contained to Porsha and Fallon. You know, we could take it into real life like we always do. This is the part where I want to drop the motherfucking link. All right? Now, what y'all think? Because Porsha tried to keep it real, like, I ain't really know her like that. You know, I ain't really know that girl like that. You know, like, we just co-workers, girl. You know, we don't hang out for brunch. You know, yes, I came into her home. Yes, I rubbed elbows literally, girl, with her nigga. You know, yes, I smiled real big, you know, showing these you know, T-Move veneers. You know, yes, I was friendly, girl, but that was because I was being cut a check. Okay, I would not have been in this woman's home and rubbing elbows with her nigga who I was fucking had it not been contractual. Okay, I didn't know her like that. I didn't know her prior. I didn't know her then. Okay, she was there. I was here. You know, and we just had proxy. We just had proxy, girl, but we weren't friends. Okay, now Fallon has a different take, girl. You know, Fallon is giving, girl, proxy counts of any kind, girl. Okay, whether we co-workers, whether we associates, you know, we were getting to know each other. You know, we were cool. How you just gonna be fucking up on my nigga and just come in and break my motherfucking happy home up? Now, I was doing a little bit of research to figure out what Fallon has had to say about the separation. And I think I had put up an interview from People a few years ago where Fallon was basically saying she doesn't blame Porsha. She ultimately holds her and Simon accountable. She says her and Simon are both responsible for the messiness and the condition of their marriage. She said she's not saying what Porsha did was right, but what Porsha did not help. But she's not going to give Porsha that level of credit either. Now, I have heard that Fallon has kind of flip-flopped, though, between both of those narratives, girl. It seemed like her pain body was speaking at times, and she was like, fuck that hoe, that bitch stole my nigga. And then at other times, girl, you know, she had her Christ consciousness on, and she was, you know, it was fate, it was destiny, you know, it was my sins and his sins, and we ultimately are responsible. And, you know, it was self-accountable, girl. So, you know, that pendulum was swinging, you know, left and right brain was, you know, twerking and shit. But do y'all believe that a bitch who got proximity to you, whether she's your neighbor, this go to my niggas too, my do-rag, my double do-rag wearing niggas in the comment section, you know, where are the lines between, like, what's bro code and sis code? Like, is bro code and sis code have to only deal with friendship? Like, do you have to be in strong coven for there to be rules? Or does proximity automatically activate the social rules of engagement? So if just proximity alone activates the social rules of engagement, do y'all have any expectations out of y'all neighbors, co-workers to keep they motherfucking hands off your ninjas? Or do y'all think them hoes don't owe y'all nothing? To be friends in order for it to count? And did she do Fallon a favor? Because on one hand, Porsha exposed the fact that the marriage being over. Because if they started fucking around behind Fallon's back, then her marriage was in trouble, regardless of what she thought, regardless of what Simon was saying to her, regardless of the way that pillow talk was set the fuck up, regardless of any of those things. Okay? The marriage was doomed, girl. Simon was already down yonder. And if what Simon's saying is true, then Miss Fallon on some level or another already knew this as well, and already had started, you know, dipping her puss out there into the dating pond as well, girl, because like Kandi Burruss said, I don't have to question where you were last night, cause I already know what you will say. I already know your black ass lied. Now I can't beat the head out ya, but it's something that you don't know. That when you're gone, I do my own thing, and I catch you both while you're dogging me when you're out in the club. Don't think I'm not, even when you're out making love. Don't think I'm not. When you're feeling good in somebody's spot, getting hot, don't stop. Just don't think I'm not. 'Cause Simon, I'm out getting mine. Okay, so I ain't really mad, bitch, if Fallon was with the shits, because women always know. Okay, I don't care how good of a game these niggas play. Women got God in them. Okay, they got a little bit more God than men got up in their motherfucking ass. All right, so a woman always know. Empaths always know. Anybody with feminine energy, bitch, always know. Because we real detailed observers, girl. We know when some shit done change, girl. Because your octave, girl, when you told me you love me today, that same bravado wasn't in your voice, bitch. You were two octaves low. Word today. Bitch, who taught you to lower your octaves? Who's sucking your dick? Who's sucking your dick, Barry? Okay? We know, bitch. Cause we pay attention, girl, to the speed you walk, girl. Okay? If you've been walking through and through the carpet at 4 miles an hour, girl, and all of a sudden it's several miles an hour out of nowhere, girl, and there ain't no logical change to justify, to legitimize, to make sense of why you done picked up a few kilometers in your motherfucking pep, bitch. Okay, see, we deep observe. See, these niggas don't be knowing that we be doing this, bitch, on their ass. Okay, that's just natural to anybody who got the feminine force, got the feminine consciousness in their motherfucking ass. Okay, so we be knowing without knowing, girl. The receipts be in the observations and the data. Okay. Because we done studied and mastered your motherfucking ass every day, all day, bitch. Every time we spending time together, girl. Just consider me a damn zoologist, bitch. Okay? Because I'm observing your usual so that I know when you being unusual as hell. I'm observing your normal, bitch, so that I know when you abnormal as hell. Okay? And once shit start to shift, okay? And you ain't providing no reasonable explanations, and it ain't no obvious explanations for why there's a shift, we know that it's just a matter of time before the physical receipts come jumping out of the cash register. Okay? T-Talk says, what was Simon supposed to do? Raise Jalen's baby and stay married? They were headed for divorce either way. Now, could it be that in this case, Simon done fucked around and been the victim for the first time in his life, and his wife was actually the goddamn floozy? She was the damn roundaway damn girl. Because, like my boy, is it Empress? No, not Empress. What's my boy name? I forgot his channel name. I was watching him. Like he said, girl, it's too many messy ass people in the pot. I don't know which way the truth is coming, girl. Fallon already pregnant upon signing her blood on the damn divorce line. Simon ass got 1,700 motherfucking mugshots, bitch, and done been on right of prison or die years, 25, 30 damn years of his goddamn life. He can't even get a passport to Detroit, girl. Porsha ass out here getting fired, getting damn put through aggravation classes, girl, anger management classes, girl. Out here stealing ninjas. Out here dating down low motherfucking men, knowingly, girl. Okay, because she want to play Barbie in Barbie's dream house. It's just a lot going on with everything. You got Dennis, girl. Like, how credible is motherfucking Dennis, bitch? Like, girl, ain't you can't be within 100 feet of damn chihuahuas? So, girl, it's too many controversial ass people tied up and in bed together, girl. So I don't know who swung first. Okay, and then it's being alleged that Porsha apparently filed for divorce after she learned of Simon's checkered past. First of all, that's the problem with moving too fast, bitch. You forget to dox your nigga. Okay? If she didn't know her nigga had a criminal arrest record, that actually is an insult to Porsha. I hope she really did not articulate that shit. Because to be 30, 40 plus years old trying to transition from the Queen of Thotland, okay, to the Queen of Ponzi schemes, girl. If you didn't do your motherfucking research, you just a damn dummy. And that's one of the reasons why I never was a fan of Porsha ass on the show. Porsha was all beauty, no motherfucking brains. This bitch thought there was a real life choo-choo train that made up the Underground Railroad. Where the train at? Where the train supposed to go? Y'all remember that shit, girl? 265 days of the year? And the Underground Railroad was a real life railroad, girl, with a real life caboose. Okay, and I'm gonna put my motherfucking Cash App, girl, because we working, honey. Y'all better show a bitch that y'all miss a bitch. Y'all better show a bitch that can't no other hoe. Can't girl. That bitch thought that there was a real life locomotive that took Harriet Tubman and the slaves, girl, into the north. Girl, Porsha Williams was down there, girl, in the Underground Railroad station, girl, looking for Ticketmaster. Trying to figure out, girl, how were the seating arranged, girl? Where the train at, y'all? Where the train at? When that bitch said that she put her pants on both legs at a time, okay. So Porsha ass don't need to be on nobody TV as the great grandniece of nobody's damn freedom fighter, nobody's damn civil rights activist bitch, setting black people back 50 damn years back to Jim Crowism intellect, girl. Porsha ass walking around on national motherfucking TV, bitch, with this damn KKK intellect, bitch. Acting like we don't know how to damn read and write no damn old bitch. Acting like she just got her damn freedom papers, girl, yesterday. So, I'm going to drop the link, girl. And I want y'all to talk to me about bro code and girl code, okay? Was Porsha supposed to stay up off that nigga? Because Porsha mentality is, girl, what God got for her is for her. Even if it's already with you. Okay? That real estate being hers. Okay? It was laid before the foundation of the world, girl. Okay? So if Porsha is pushing around the world, girl, okay, with the impression that you in the way of her destiny, baby, do you have a right to interrupt another person's reality if somebody else is sitting on your destiny? Do a bitch that you just work with owe you any type of loyalty? And if you suspect or know that your ninja is already cheating, even though y'all still moving forward in a relationship, are you going to play the game too? Or are you going to put your effort into leaving or trying to repair the relationship? Or if he getting his, bitch, you going to be getting yours. Let's talk about it, baby. I'm going to drop the motherfucking link. Okay, anybody with an opinion, girl, come up here and get into the things, girl. We got 30 minutes. Because I don't want to do no all night, honey. Okay, and I'm going to read some of these motherfucking $4. Thank you, boo. Any amount is a win. Yeah. Thank you for the $4. Oh my God. Shauna says Porsha is a scammer too. Okay. Like I said, both of them clearly are burglars, girl. She's stealing ninjas. And Simon out here stealing oil, baby. Okay. Rampage says that Simon was ejected from the USA. He's been using his kid's name to enter the USA. So in other words, Simon is on his way to the damn federal penitentiary again. All right. Constance says she's just embarrassing, child. Okay, we got my boo Rumors and Tea. What's going on, Rumors? Hey, love.
Hey, Conscious. Hey, Tiffany.
Hey, girl, what is going on in Porshaville? What you thinking? Talk to me about a girl code. Talk to me.
So
Talk to me
let
about
me
the
keep
bitch
let me
who
keep
live next door to
explaining.
you. Do she owe it to you to keep her motherfucking hands off your nigga?
So I just want to get this disclaimer because it's
Mm,
really not about Porsha. And I'm a fan of Porsha, okay? Like I love me some, Porsha. But there's different codes for different, purposes and reasons. So yeah, there's standard girl code and then you have whore code.
mm,
And there's, all is fair in war when it comes to the whores. And I really don't want to like speak like that because I don't sex shame and stuff like that. But I'm just for the moment, the whores have their own code. So, it's like every whore for himself. They weren't friends. That's kind of been like
mm.
alluded to heavily by
Hold on for
Carlos.
1 minute, boo. Hold on for 1 second. Ramp, I see you in the background, boo. Or do you want to cam down? Or you don't mind being on camera? I just want to make sure before I bring you up. If you don't mind being on camera, give me a thumbs up in the background. I can't hear you because you in the background, boo, but I didn't want to put you up here if you didn't want your face shown. If you want your face shown, give me a thumbs up. Okay, I'm gonna bring you up. I just wanted to make sure because I know everybody not comfortable, showing a fabulosity on screen. Okay, so thank you for being here. Okay, Rooms and Tea, go ahead, boo.
So, it was more than alluded to, you know what I'm saying? Carlos King, he verified that they really weren't friends. They actually had not had, because he spoke to other producers that was still on the show, they had not had a real interaction. She was just there to introduce her. So yeah, we're gonna go with the coworker theme. But again, when it comes to the horror culture, like even though that's Atlanta, but Atlanta, deals with Hollywood, whatever, they all sleep with each other. You know what I mean? And I just feel like not, I don't want to make it about that particular case. You know what I mean? And I just feel like Fallon is upset because one, like Porsha came in and took her bag. Look who she turned around and had a baby with. Someone that had less money than Simon, et cetera, et cetera. And then if it's true what they're saying, she didn't make out well during the divorce. However, we see that Porsha, even though she had, she has this, what you call it again, prenup in place, there's
Yep.
some validity. She's apparently going to get more than Fallon did. But regardless to any of that, when it comes to the energy you put out there, how you get them is ultimately how you're going to lose them. That is a true thing. And I can speak from my own personal experience. That's a true thing. So I just feel like it's all about morals, right? And if you whatever you put out there, whatever seed you plant is what you're going to sow. That's just the reality. But listen, that's what the whores do.
What you think is okay? No, I'm gonna ask the panel. I'm gonna come around. Okay, hold that thought. Thank you. Rumors and T is saying, baby, this is all on par and on brand for horror culture, child. Rashonda, what you think about cis code? Like, does a woman who has proximity to you owe you anything as it relates to your ninja?
Hey everybody on the panel.
Hey,
Hey Conscious, I love you, and I love everybody on the panel. But this is what I wanted to say. Um, a lot of times the women be upset with the woman or whatever when they actually should be upset with the guy. You see what I'm saying? Because he's the ones who going around sleeping with the woman and having children outside of the marriage and different things like that. Um, but again, people that's sleeping around, they act like they have no conscience or no mind. This is what I don't understand, conscious. People say they trying to be discreet about cheating, but be publicly cheating where people can see them. Do that make any sense to y'all?
no, it don't. And I know that Fallon said, because I was just listening to her recent podcast, and she was saying that she.
Sorry about that.
But she was saying that she didn't know about any of the public goings-ons between Porsha and Simon prior to, because she wasn't allowed to go out, girl. So, she was saying that Simon had her chained up in the house like a Raggedy Ann doll, so she wasn't really allowed to have, no contact with earthlings and
I'm
things.
waiting to get on stage. I'm gonna tell. I called in the show.
And let me unmute Ramp, girl. She got a thing going on. So yeah, she was saying that, girl, she ain't know nothing. She was tied up in that goddamn house, like a Doberman picture downstairs. Okay, and that's why she was just unaware. But according,
see, here's the thing, Conscious. I wanted to say something right quick.
But according to what Dennis told Fallon, Rashonda, Porsha claimed that Fallon knew the whole time. So she's calling all cap. And then remember, Simon also said that Fallon was pregnant before they signed the damn divorce papers with another nigga's baby. So something ain't right in the bottom. Like
that's what I said, because here's the thing, Conscious. Remember, before she even met Simon, the reason why Porsha is not really credible, because there was a situation with Kandi. Remember, it was a situation before she even met Simon with the stripper Bolo. Okay, she lied about that. She said she didn't sleep with Bolo, and come to find out she ended up sleeping with the stripper. That was a big thing. You see what I'm saying? So it's stuff that happened before that makes her not credible. She lied. She really do.
Not only do Porsha lie, Porsha ass also don't got no loyalty to nobody. One of the other things that turned me off, other than this heifer thinking that the underground or railroad was a real life New York A train up underneath the ground, is the fact that she turned on Kandi after Kandi had been far more supportive and accommodating to her than Phaedra ever was. But she was all up Phaedra's coochie meat. That's why people was thinking that they was linking together. She just jumped all up in that situation between Phaedra and Kandi and completely biasly took Phaedra's side. And it was just like, my God, this woman gave you a means to make money while you were going through a divorce by putting you in her play. She also, she supported you during the audition process when Porsha was on other game shows. Kandi was supporting financially. I remember the scene when Porsha came over to Kandi's house about her raggedy tied down low ass marriage and was crying her Maybelline all up off onto Kandi's shoulders, and like Kandi was just clearly more supportive than Phaedra was. And I was just like, damn, girl, like you don't read the room. Like there's no sense of loyalty. There's no nothing there. So I'm also not surprised that she done allegedly stole somebody's damn man. But go ahead, sis.
Yeah, and then not only that, she here's the thing. She doesn't have a lot of education. It's like, what I'm saying is, it's like, I hate to say it, in a sense, like she's one of those ditzy type of people that, you get what I'm saying, like, oh, she brainless, like she just go pretty, like her looks get her anything and everything that she wants. She plays upon her looks. So she say, well, okay, my looks, can get me anybody I want and who I want. So I'm like, but at the same time, you still, your loyalty and your credibility is shot, because at the end of the day, you was plotting and planning. They showed it on Housewives where she was plotting and planning when they was at the pool. They was yeah. See, I be paying attention. I said, wow. So this is what she saw the whole time. That's what she was doing.
Yeah, according to Dennis, they had already been fucking for a year prior to that scene.
Wow.
Yeah, they had already been fucking. That's why the scene was so awkward between Porsha and Simon. They already was well acquainted. I mean, you could have considered Simon her OBGYN. Okay, by the time. So, you know, and then Takeo in the comment says Fallon had eggplant delivered to her doorstep by the assistant. So with that being said, let me tell you, I believe everybody in the situation. I believe Simon asked about Fallon. I believe Fallon asked about Simon. I think Fallon's attitude was, bitch, my shit was already messy. What I don't appreciate is you coming in making my shit messier.
Right. Because
My shit was already towed up from the damn flow up, bitch. Okay, but it's my shit to be towed up. You don't come into my dirty ass house vacuuming nothing. You don't come into my hoard pulling up with the damn garbage bins, talking about we about to get some organization up in this bitch, okay? Because it's my hoard to live in. You don't come into my shit trying to clean nothing up without my consent, baby. So Porsha gave her an unconsenting helping hand. That's very interesting. But let me get to my boo, Ramp. Ramp, can you hear me, love? Welcome to the platform.
Yes, hi, honey. Can you hear me?
Hey, boo. Yes, I can hear you, girl. What you think about all this messiness?
It is too much. As a South African, I understand a little bit part of the African part of Simon. Simon, I understand that he got kicked out of the US multiple times, and Simon is using his kids. In America, you call that almost like what in British call an IEN number, which is assigned to us.
Mm-hmm.
So he's running through his kids' numbers to re-enter the countries.
Oh. Okay, wait. Oh, Ramp. Oh, okay. Ramp's still there. So he been using his children's information to get in a. But how has he been able to do this for so long? Like the
I'm
U.S.
not
government.
a scammer. I don't know, but because I'm a dually, I'm born and bred in South Africa, and I have American citizenship. I have a South African citizenship, and I still hold both my ENs. Let's say if I had a child who was born, even though it's American, and I go back home, my child would get an EN number in South Africa.
Wow.
So it's not that difficult to do. And I'm pretty sure also his family members are using their children's EN numbers to be able to enter the country.
Wow.
So it is not that difficult. That's what I've been trying to scream in people's chests. Like, no, it's not that difficult. If you're like a crooked asshole, it's not that difficult to do that.
It clearly can't be that difficult. What do you think about Porsha claiming that she did not know and doesn't know about any of the illegal criminal goings-ons of Simon?
Porsha knows everything. Porsha thought she was going to secure a bag, and the bag was nothing but flour just poofed up in her face. Now she looks like a clown.
Wow. And do
you knew everything?
And do you think that Fallon is a victim in this situation? Like, do you think she's the innocent wife who was bamboozled by her husband and her co-star?
Fallon, looking at her ex is very successful as a designer. Fallon thought she secured a different bag, but all she got was poop. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else to put it. Fallon thought she got somebody who was going to be able to support her and everything else. And I do believe that she loved his kids.
Okay.
Because she seems like the type that loves kids. You know what I mean? But I also feel at the same time that she thought she secured a bag, but that bag wasn't a bag.
Yeah.
If that
Okay,
makes sense.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And I got a question for the panel. Okay, let me get to Tarita. Hey, Tarita Boo, what's going on? And Constance in the comment section says, I feel Fallon is more beautiful, smart, intelligent, more than airhead Porsha. Porsha thinks with her pussy and not her head, always has. And that's my thing. I've always wondered too. Who in the hell dropped Porsha on her head? Was it her daddy or her mother? Because I want to know where these abandonment issues come from, because Porsha has almost embraced being desperate, from Cordell and her knowing damn well that man wasn't into her. He wasn't even putting a flaccid penis in her ass during their relationship, and yet she still went forth in the marriage because, as Iyanla would say, women would choose the promise and the ring over the reality of the relationship. But then remember when she also was dating for a short while that football player, I think he was like on a few episodes of one of the seasons, but we was introduced to him, I think the first episode, and they was in the extended stay at the Red Roof Inn, and she had shut filming down to go and throw it in doggy style on his ass in the back room and shit. And I'm just like, Porsha, why are you just so, like Anya said, I'm all for sex positivity and things, but it's not the sex positivity that disturbs me. It's not the promiscuity, because pop your puss, baby. It's your intellectual property to do what you will with it. I think what's disjointed about Porsha's behavior is that she's claiming not to be a hoe, but to be a woman after love. That's why some of her behaviors seem inconsistent, because it's just like, if you after love and you're trying to secure a husband and you want to be a wife and you want to be in a long-term relationship, why are you running around like a floozy? And after she had her child with Dennis, because she also went on the Ricky Smiley show and she was bragging about that relationship and, oh, this is what God got for me, everybody is telling me that I move too fast, but when it's right. And I mean, she had a whole Porsha Luther King sermon, to justify why she had done Ashante scooted her ass into that damn relationship. And then that shit fell apart faster than this, baby. And then we see the Simon situation. And so I'm just like, something has happened to Porsha that Porsha is not talking to us about. I don't know whether she has a daddy fracture, because I don't really hear her speaking about her father a lot. I don't know whether he passed away. I don't know whether she ever knew him. Y'all may know more about that than I do. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, where is this fucking hole in Porsha's soul? Because she is trying to self-medicate through belonging to other people, and it keeps costing her damn dignity. It keeps costing her damn pride as a damn woman. And I just wonder also why none of these housewives done shook Porsha and said, bitch, you need help, because you already think that the Underground Railroad is a real life Amtrak, so we know you got a few marbles, baby, that is loose. And the same logic that is believing that about the Underground Railroad, and that believe that we have 265 days in a year, and that believe that you can put both pants legs on with both legs at a time, baby, it's the same goddamn raggedy, whole Ronnie Wick voucher ass logic that got you out here making these stupid ass romantic ass decisions, child. Like, I just can't believe nobody has really, like, that would have been my storyline as a housewife. Like, all these, like, they've been out here desperate for storyline. My storyline would have been being on the show, shaking and rattling Porsha ass backwards and forwards, and getting her ass into some damn therapy, because Porsha is missing some marbles. I'm even willing to believe that Porsha is a little bit special, because Porsha has given me special sometimes. Like, she's giving me very high functioning special. I think there's like a comprehension issue. There's some type of it might be a literal brain neurological issue going on, because it's like all the lights are on, but nobody is ever in Porsha's room, including her damn self. Like, not even her luggage in there. Her wig's in there. her eyelashes in there, but she ain't nowhere to be found. It's like y'all ever saw the who in the chat has seen the Left Behind special? You know, it's about the rapture. And remember, the people were being raptured, and then all that was left behind, like, was their clothes. So, like, people outfits were just laid out on the ground. That's what Porsha reminds me of. Like, she gone. All her belongings here. Like, there's just a veil of emptiness. Like, there's no driver behind the wheel. Remember when Kim Zolciak and Kenya got into it, and Kim had ran over to Porsha's house for some emotional support, and Porsha's emotional support was, and I quote, I can't believe Kenya said that about you and your whole ass daughter. I can't believe that Kenya said that about you and your whole ass daughter. Now, I thought right then and there, Kim was about to unleash a class action ass whipping upon Porsha, especially after she just got finished fucking up Nene's piano room because Kenya brought up her damn daughter. But Kim nor her wig was sitting on ready. And Porsha just said that shit so flippantly. And you could tell she didn't even know what the hell she said because she was at the same time stitching bundles into some frail ass mannequin head while she was on the floor. Like, Tarita, get in here and save me. What you think? Because, bitch, I could go on all day long about Porsha ass. What's
good
going
evening,
on?
panel, and good. Yes, what's going on? I know it's been a minute, you see, but I'm back. And I miss you, and I miss the panel, and but you know, I take care of my grandmother and my mom, so you know that priority comes first. But Porsha is playing. Let me tell you something. She may act airhead as far as like text, meaning like, you know, history, math, reading, whatever. But at the end of the day, she is following the whole manual, okay? Because while Simon's wife was playing checkers, he was playing chess, okay? She know what she's doing. She don't got to this point to where I'm gonna go where it's gonna prosper for me at the end of the day. And of course she plays dumb, but she ain't that stupid. She's not that dumb because she plotted on Simon and she got him. You know what I mean? And now she done did whatever she had. Because remember, they did all this, ready for a wedding day, her wedding, and all this different stuff and everything. You know, she got what she needed at a point to where it was going to hinder her prosperity or hinder, you know, her position in reality TV. Then it became a problem. So now she's getting rid of the problem. Okay. Of course, she's not that dumb. She's not that damn sick. At the end of the day, she's gonna go what's gonna prosper for her. And to tell you what, like this is what I said, they have been around a whole year before his wife were premiered on Real Housewives. She had terrible. She turned them down and decided to do it.
Is it just me, y'all?
I don't know why she chose Porsha to be the friend to bring her out.
You sounding like Voltron.
Is it breaking up on Tarita's end, or is it just me? I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
It's just me, or she's breaking up?
Oh, it's breaking up.
Oh, okay, because I was like, maybe it's me. Tarita Boo, it's breaking up real bad, like real bad. Like I'm talking about, it's breaking up the way that Simon and Porsha ass is breaking up. Like it's breaking up, boo. Hold on, let me unmute. You might have to go out and come back in, boo. Cause The signal is on Porsha Williams energy, child. Okay, so are y'all excited about Porsha's return to Real Housewives of Atlanta? Like, is anybody here team Porsha? Anybody here a fan of Porsha?
I'm team Porsha for the salaciousness. But if I'm being honest, to be really honest, I'm really tired of like I'm waiting for Housewives to get back to having some type of class to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what it was originally set up to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like really tired of like the ratchet drama. It's just gotten like too ratchet for me. But I'm here for Portia's entertaining. If nothing else, I don't think that she's a babbling idiot. Go ahead, Talita, because you're back. Talita, I ain't want to take up her talking time, but yeah,
You talking to me?
yeah, I
Yeah,
was
Do I
saying go
sound
ahead.
do I sound better now?
finish.
Mhm.
Yeah, you sound clear now. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, boo. Room was into you. I was letting you finish your statement. Tarita might got a delay.
No, you letting her
wait.
finish her statement, or you want me to finish my statement?
No, you can finish yours. Go ahead, boo.
Oh, okay. Basically, like I said, I don't and if okay, I take it for Simon's ex-wife saying she didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't understand is how when she finally accepted the Real Housewives to be on the show, why did she choose Porsha to be the friend to bring her onto the show? That's what I don't understand. When I was watching the podcast that she did interview,
Well,
she said she
so can I explain it to you real quick?
yeah.
So like there are times when like someone has to introduce the new housewife. They usually what they do is they'll find someone that has had some type of interaction, whether it's if you guys ran into each other at a like a some type of event and you got maybe introduced or something. In this case, if Porsha had dated Simon's cousin, ever messed around with him or anything, the logical person to bring on, like to introduce her to the rest of the cast, would be Porsha. So production set that up that way.
Okay. So then what I don't understand is why. What I just don't get is understanding of how she wound up picking Porsha prior, to be the friend to bring, introduce her on the show. Because usually how they do the Real Housewives, they'd be like, oh, this is my friend, like Real Housewives of Potomac, when Ashley brought her friend, what was the one that started the fight at the after the fashion show, when
Sesame Street, Deborah.
right, Sesame Street, the Muppet. She said, hey, this is my friend, blah blah blah. Ashley introduced her. There was no like like I said, I remember that poolside episode when she talking about upgrading the ring, and Porsche go, yeah, okay. But then her friend standing on the side of her, she's straight up laughing in that girl's face. And that's what I was about to say before I got cut off. I believe that Phaedra knew something about that too. Because remember when Phaedra was spreading them lies about Kandi and her husband, remember her and Porsha was tight. Phaedra and remember they had came up with the little nickname, one thing and one two, and thing one and thing two and all of that stuff. I believe Porsha had not Porsha, I'm sorry. I believe that Phaedra knew something about that. Because like I said, prior to her being introduced on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Simon and Porsha had supposed to been messing around for a whole year.
Yeah.
And Portia's ex, her daughter's father, knew about it. You know what I mean? And she said he even came to her and apologized and, and thought she knew. And she claiming she didn't know.
So this is
So I'm thinking, like, how is it because she was trying to, like, maybe thinking that she was going to put Porsha out on Front Street about messing with her husband, or
Okay,
what? Because
I was finna say that to Rita, because Sugar Walls had just also put an interesting comment in the chat and said the network already knew Porsha and Simon were sleeping together when they brought Simon and his wife onto the show. They already know these things. And then Mary said that she said that she didn't really know anyone, so they asked her who she wanted to bring her out, and she chose Porsha. So this would be, to your point, Charita, this would be way too coincidental. Like,
thank you. That's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you, Conscious. Thank you. So she must have had some kind of inkling.
Conscious, can I say something? Can I add something to that?
Yeah.
Remember, y'all, that was a situation between the girls where they said they was somebody assaulted somebody. Y'all remember that?
You mean when Porsha supposed to have been assaulted Kendra? You talking about that?
It had something to do with Porsha too. That's what I'm finna tell you. That's why they took Porsha off the show, because it was accusations that said she had did something to either Kandi or Phaedra. That's one reason why you didn't see Porsha for a good minute, because they said that she had something to do with it or whatever. That was right after Bolo the stripper.
Right, because I remember during the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, Kenya and Porsha was getting into it too. So,
right. So that's part of it. That's part of the reason why you didn't see Porsha for a minute, and that's why she went over to another show.
Right.
Because they let her go because of all of that. But see, Porsha is considered a household name.
Right.
Whether you like it or not. That's one reason why they bringing her back.
And Phaedra too. They brought Phaedra back to Married to Medicine.
Yeah, because they said that they wasn't gonna bring Phaedra back because she kept up too much mess and stuff.
Right.
They said they were tired of her.
Yeah, and the whole thing was now, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I seen earlier this year about Kandi Burruss leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta for a moment, or for a while, or permanently. I don't know. I don't remember exactly.
She said she wasn't coming back. That's what Kandi said. She said she wasn't coming back at all. She
said that from the door. She said that day one. She said, if y'all bring Phaedra back on this show, Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm done. And I don't blame Candace for that. Kandi for that, because at the end of the
Phaedra's not coming back. Phaedra has a 5-year contract with Married to Medicine. Over 5 seasons. She ain't coming back or what people do. So
so she didn't even have to. Kandi really didn't even have to worry about that. But Andy Cohen saw there was a lot of fan faves that were very high and percentages of wanting Phaedra back in some kind of way. In the in the Bravo franchise. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, but like I said, Porsha is not as dumb and dippy. Yeah, she may be dumb and dippy as far as like knowing her history, anything that's academic or whatever. But as far as doing the whole manual, she on it.
And the same way that she got Simon is the same way she lost him. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But you saw that he's trying to claim now that within the last week or so. Now he's claiming that that Porsha cheated on him. That's what he claiming.
But Cordell had claimed that too. He claimed that Porsha would come home late and her cootie cat would be smelling like Captain D's all the time.
And that would you know what? That would explain her and Simon messing around at that time. Because then when Simon's ex-wife was brought onto the show, you know what I mean? So it kind of does, the puzzles, or the pieces of the puzzle are starting to fit. My thing is with Simon's exes, if you didn't have had an inkling of what was going on between Porsha and Simon, why would you bring her onto the show as being the friend to introduce you to the show? Because we all saw the episode, everybody was acting like they didn't know each other. Hey, how you doing? Shaking hands. You know what I mean? Porsha and Simon's ex-wife didn't come together, but hey, girl, how you doing? Hug. Like they was familiar with each other. It didn't go like that.
Yeah,
I think his ex had some inkling, or because Atlanta is small, and things spread around pretty fast, that she has some type of inkling that she was messing around with that Porsha was messing around with her husband, and she thought she was going to be able to put Porsha on Front Street on reality TV.
I also think that he used her for the green card too. I'm gonna tell y'all that.
Heck yeah, 100%. I agree with you that.
Yeah.
100%. Because he done been kicked out. He been kicked out of the U.S. 3 times, and kept coming back to the U.S. in alias and different alias names. So
if I could say this, ladies, it ain't popular opinion, but I don't believe that that man messed around for a year. We know that I don't. I really don't. I don't believe that.
Okay.
I don't believe Dennis told her that. I believe Fallon is lying.
But
I believe there are some truths. Now, because I believe they're all lying.
The rumors didn't tell you, but this is the only thing that makes me think that she ain't lying, is because why she said it out loud, and she know that Dennis can obviously come forward and refute.
Well,
that.
yeah, why
would she say that out loud if
because the same way she said out loud that she was never cheating on her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lie don't care who tell it. I think there's some truth, because I just feel like they're all a bunch of liars. Dennis has been caught with lies that he said out in the public, on TV, on social media. We know what's her name? Porsha has. Clearly, we know Simon has. He got, damn it, the law after his ass. All of them are liars, but I do believe that I think each one of them have told some truths, and I definitely know that each one of them have told some lies. Why I don't believe that she was messing around with him for a year or whatever, because Porsha's so money hungry, right?
Yes. You're right.
All the more reason why she would have been fucking his ass for a year, allegedly.
Thank you.
But here's the thing. I think that I do believe that she was messing around with several different people, right? I believe that there at some point, now I do believe that her and this man was messing around while he was still married, because clearly when they came out and everything was being exposed way before they decided to make this announcement that they were engaged, he was still married. Neither one had even spoke on there being a separation or anything.
And you got to remember, with reality shows, how they're taped. They're usually taped everything that we're seeing has probably happened prior.
No, it does. It usually reality TV is
9 months prior.
Yes, but this is what I'm saying. So I think that there is some semantics that was playing and trying to allude that it was, you know what I'm saying? She said it verbally, I'm downright, but I think there's semantics play. I don't think that they was messing around for a year. I just don't. I could be wrong.
I believe they was messing around for a year because they both couldn't get their lies right about how they met.
I'm gonna tell you another reason why I believe it, because somebody hit into it in the chat. I'll Be Me says her husband allowed her to be with Jalen to keep her occupied. I believe that Fallon and Simon were on the rocks. They were going through a lot of difficulty in their marriage. They decided that maybe they needed a relationship break. They kind of did their Will and Jada Pinkett Smith shit and decided all right, we just need some room. Let's just chill. You do you a little bit. I'm going to do me a little bit. Let's do a breather. We'll meet back in the middle. But a whole lot of messy shit took place as a result of them deciding on that. Because, see, when your shit already fucked up, and this is the thing with a lot of couples, they think that by fixing their relationship is let's introduce people into the bedroom. Let's have an open door policy. Let's you can have your duvet, I can have my duvet. That only can work when two people are actually happy and healthy with each other. When you're trying to use those type of solutions to fix a problem, it's only going to give you more problems. You can't add all that extra shit into your relationship and marriage as a resolve. It can only be a complement. That can only be an extension of y'all happiness, an extension of y'all's forward moving, an extension of y'all bond. If your bond is already frail as fuck, bringing other motherfuckers into the damn situation in any kind of way, emotionally, sexually, etc., is going to obviously tip your shit over like Titanic, and both of y'all asses is going to be imploding like the submersible Titan at 1,500 feet below altitude. So I think that they try to do the rich, let's just kind of do our own thing for a minute and kind of break from each other. And because if Fallon ass was pregnant by the time the dotted line was signed, and Porsha ass was allegedly fucking Simon for a year prior to them finalizing the goddamn divorce, then I believe that really what we're looking at between Fallon and Simon is both of their side pieces. Both of them had side pieces, and both of them probably agreed to their pieces.
Now I do. Now, Conscious, don't get it misconstrued, because I definitely don't believe that it was that scenario, because at this point I believe if that was the case, Fallon would have said it at some point to defend herself when the public, because she got dragged. Once she had everybody's sympathy, and once it was revealed that she was pregnant, but I think his name was Jalen, she got drugged. Okay, and I believe at this point she would have stated that, but I don't believe that. I do believe that Porsha was involved with this man while he was still married. That I definitely believe. I just don't believe it was for a year.
For a year. Mm-hmm.
I don't. But I do believe that it was somewhere within a year. I do believe that it was somewhere within the year. Mm-hmm. Because it's no way, like, we have seen Porsha though do this. Like, she appears to come off as someone that's just so happy, like she's a sucker for love. But for me, it don't really be love. It be the lust of the money. I'm gonna just be honest. She gets like the glitz. They start showering her and all of that, and she just loses her damn mind. You know what I mean? And she jumps all in. She does not stop. We clearly know she's not a critical thinker, you know, and she just reacts off of emotion, in my opinion. My thing is that, because I don't think Porsha is like the back. I just think they're all fucked up people. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I think you have a group of whores and gigolos, and they just all be swapping. And I think Fallon's main issue is Porsha came in and did what she could not do. Porsha out-whored her. I believe
she
that
was playing checkers. While she was playing chess while everybody else was playing checkers.
I believe that Fallon could have got away with
the whole manual.
I believe she could have got away with making that man think that was his baby. She was going to do that. And Porsha, you know, her hors was like on it or whatever. I think that's the only reason she tried to make it about them being friends when they clearly weren't friends. Then it went to, you know, well, we know each other, but I'm sorry. I haven't met I'm gonna say, I don't want to call a lady of the night. I'm tired of calling them whores. I haven't met a promiscuous woman like that, those type of women yet, that don't move the way that they move, and they know this of each other. So I don't really, to me, I don't think Porsha. I think she did herself an injustice. Overall, you may have had the nice, beautiful wedding and all of that or whatever, but ultimately, like, what you're doing, and maybe she's okay with how she's presenting herself. But what it coming across is that you're going to just continue to sell yourself to the highest bidder.
But can I ask you something, Rumors? Mm-hmm. Do you think that she had the baby just to keep him, not only to keep him in the United States, but also to keep him as a husband?
I think that she was going to try. There's a strong possibility she was going to try to pass that baby off as Simon. I think if the guy Jalen, because here's the thing, Simon was saying that she was cheating, etc., etc., but he was only saying that off of his intuition, right? Even though I don't really know men that have that, but his intuitions, right? I think Porsha was in his ear telling him certain things, whatever, because she probably had seen Fallon and Jalen around. Jalen seems like. He seems very talkative. Okay, I've seen him on several different not YouTube's, like on Instagram with other celebrity reality stars, and he's very talky. He tells a lot. Okay,
he barely talked on the marriage boot camp,
but I'm talking about on lives. I've seen him on Instagram on other reality stars on their lives discussing Fallon. And he said a lot of things, and it just seems like a bunch of, like I said, a bunch
A
of
lot of things, such as what, boo? Because I ain't seen none of this.
Oh, well, so he exposed Fallon because him and Fallon had broken up. This is why he was, bitter and everything. He exposed her for being a liar. He exposed that Simon was telling the absolute truth, that he said they were initially friends. They had been, he felt like she seduced him to have him as, like a little side piece, and he really had feelings for her. He, being that he was friends with her, he really developed these strong feelings. He fell in love. She wanted to keep him quiet. She didn't want it revealed. But when he found out she was pregnant, he was no longer interested in staying in the background. So he was the one that actually fully admitted to Simon and gave Simon the ammunition to go. That's why she stopped doing the going live, and I think she changed her narrative about dragging Porsha. And I believe that's why she did that interview, stating like she don't fully blame Porsha, this and the third, because the jig was up in regards to how much she was doing.
It don't sound like that. Rumors and tea, it don't sound like that now, because like I said, that podcast that I watched her give, she was always like, she sat right there and said, "Oh, if I see her, ain't no words." You know what I mean? Like on site, this and that, bop, 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 bop.
But she established herself to be a flip-flopper. That's the thing. Right. That's what Kandi was saying earlier. Because you go from having all this work and energy for Porsha, then you turn around and you don't have all of this for Porsha. It's really about you and Simon. And now it's back to like, she know what's up. I bet not see her. She know da 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 da. And I think that is all, like, how some people feel like, okay, this your day. You thought you had the upper hand. Now the ball back in my court. And so she's going to do what she needs to do to secure these interviews, to get back in the limelight. Because I do believe she wants to be a reality star.
Right.
I do believe
she's doing it for the show. She's doing it for the show
right now. Doing podcasts and doing reality shows and stuff right now. That's what she's been doing.
Now, I do think there's some things that's because we do know that they've been talking in the blog saying that Simon has been trying to get the Housewives to release the footage to him. He doesn't want certain things to be shown. So I believe that there's going to probably be more evidence to support Porsha. I don't know if it's going to be edited in a biased way or if it's going to be actually, like, you can't edit what's really true, but you can fix it up.
Well, apparently,
whatever, and it's up to production to produce whatever they want to produce. Because at the end of the day, production can try to set it up and make it something that it's not.
Apparently he's seeking it for evidence. Like he wants evidence, is what the blogs are saying.
But Conscious, let me ask you this. But
I want to thank my baby mother, King Goddess, for the audacity piece of cash app. Thank you, baby mother, coming through with her.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you. Yeah, for
as always, bless the kingdom. Yeah, I honestly, I think
she's back. Welcome back, boo. Thank you so much. God bless you, baby mother.
Yeah, I think that is when it's all said and done, you guys. I think it like I want us women. Now that don't mean that you excuse if you like another woman has done some dirt to you, etc., etc. But the way these niggas be out here doing us women and stuff, I really do wish like Fallon and Porsha would just link up. You understand? Like I really do, because at the end of the day, the common denominator is Simon. Was Porsha wrong? And how she moved, I think she was wrong in not at least having a conversation with this woman. That I do, regardless if she considered themselves friends or not. This was someone that, even if it was 4 hours, she was your work. You spent the hour with this woman. She was your colleague. A conversation with her anyway. You're gonna still do what you want to do, but that's some grown woman-ish. But I just feel like Simon's the problem. I really do.
Yeah, I agree with you. He is the common denominator.
Well, somebody made the point earlier that this is a triangle of opportunists. So is there really anybody who's the victim?
No.
Everybody in this situation?
No.
I mean, overall, no. But why I say he's the common denominator, Conscious, is because clearly it was just how they moved. They didn't move. Well, they're not integral people. There was no integrity about the whole situation. Like
the way they moved, the whole movement through the whole situation was just grimy.
I wasn't disturbed by Porsha and this man hooking up. because I understood like everybody's code is not the same. That's number one. If they would have been genuine friends or had a long-term working relationship, I would look at Porsha sideways hard as hell. But
Yeah.
again, that culture. That's the code. Like we see it all the time in celebrities. Like they be swapping so much. At this point, I don't know why anybody should be beefing. Y'all know y'all be swapping.
So
Y'all might as well just all shit in the same bed.
So then, and giving Porsha some type of grace, I wonder, because this could have went a few ways. Either Fallon ass knew, like Porsha said to Dennis allegedly that she knew, or if she didn't, maybe the agreement was Fallon and Simon could do their own thing, but they had no idea like who the prospects were.
No, that don't sound right, because at the end of the day, balance says that Simon kept her basically locked in the house. He didn't want her going nowhere. And even if she went anywhere, he needed to know where she was at.
Hold on. But that's to my point. That's why I am suggesting that as well, because it could have been that Simon lied to Porsha and said, my girl, like all niggas do, my woman is okay. She knows we're on the rocks. We headed toward divorce. This is the same narrative that Kim Zolciak claimed that Big Papa was given to her because, you know, he was legally married. And his whole stilo was, you know, me and my wife are separated. We, you know, don't have a relationship. We are on our way to divorce. The divorce obviously never came during her affair with Big Papa, but I'm thinking maybe Simon played the same game with Porsha, like told her, you know, the tall tale like all niggas do. And because Porsha already don't want to do the homework, she's already somebody who not about to do the work to begin with. This was easy come, easy go for her. Like, okay, shit, I'm just going to believe what he say so that I can then blame whatever does end up being a reality on his ass. And I did my part by just believing my man. My man said he was in an open relationship. My man said his wife knew. My man said da-da-da-da-da. I don't want to talk to this woman because if it's not that way, then that's going to hold me accountable. And I don't want to be accountable in this situation. So I don't want to have no conversation with this damn woman. I don't want to ask her to clarify and verify what Simon done said because I'm after the damn bag and the guap and the dope as well. And this ain't a moral conflict for me, baby. This is just all business. I really don't give a damn what the situation is. But if I go asking her and then she go telling me that no, I didn't give him this, then now I gotta act like a Christian woman and I gotta act like I got some morals and I gotta be on girl code and I gotta act like I got some damn sense and I gotta make myself responsible for my actions in the situation. So no, I ain't gonna talk to this damn woman. And so maybe she didn't. Now she knew who Fallon was, but Fallon didn't know that this was who Simon had chosen as his little side piece in a little open situation. So then by the time Porsha is being arranged to interact with this damn woman on the show, that's why Porsha is so obviously like discombobulated. But Fallon is in that scene very composed. She's in that scene very like, hey y'all, like welcome to Dysfunctionville. Y'all ready for drinks? Like she's very relaxed. So either she's relaxed because Fallon knew what the tea was, and so did Porsha, or Fallon did not. She might have known that Simon Ass was doing his thing, but didn't know he was doing his thing with Porsha.
Conscious, I have a question. Do you think that Nene Leaks had any kind of inkling, or that maybe Porsha confided in her in the earlier part of the relationship? Because remember the last time Nene was on the franchise, her and Porsha had become real close. Like Nene, like, you know, Porsha considered Nene like a big sister to her, like, you know, sister to sister, big sis, you know. And she said she, you know, Nene was basically trying to be a big sister to her. And do you think that maybe Nene Leaks had a little inkling about the earlier part of it, of her and Simon, you know, just getting? Nene was kind of upset about her and Porsha's relationship.
Well,
breaking apart.
I don't know, because you know, Porsha and Nene have had a very wobbly relationship, so I don't know if she would have trusted Nene to not run her damn mouth, or for all this not to come up and out over a common argument. So I don't know, but I do know somebody had mentioned that on one of the episodes, Marlo kept saying to her, like, oh, you don't want me to say, like, who you're really dating or what you're really doing, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But she could have, and she probably did confide in somebody. But you know, Atlanta is real small, and then if you're doing pillow talk with the circle, like the whole circle knows, because like that's just how it goes. So the other girls probably knew too to some degree, but I don't know. You know, it's very well possible though that she could have.
But that's what I was going to say. They treat it like it's the damn Hunger Games. That's number one. They really do. They all
I
like
love
that's
it.
the thing. They know. Like, I don't believe Porsha didn't. Porsha's been married prior. Porsha has dated a lot of celebrities after, you know, things like that. They know what comes with that when you're dating these type of men, and even sometimes these type of women. You know what you're getting. You know that 9 times out of 10 there are other women. But like I said, they treat it like the Hunger Games. I do believe that Porsha believed what Simon told her, but also believing what he said. I believe she also knew better too. Yeah, if I just keep it, like, I just think it'd be that mentality.
Yeah,
Sometimes
and that at the end of the day,
I
this
know
is
the type
something
of
that she
man.
wanted.
Yeah, I know that this the type of man he is, because
Just
most of
trying
them
to see
are like this.
what she can get out of it.
Yeah, and so for her, the bigger picture was just the bad. I think
Exactly.
that's going to always be Portia's bigger picture, because they just all move like, man, I like it's the hung. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. Like,
It's man hungry.
Yeah,
But you know what
I
though?
agree with it.
I wonder though if that's also a running thing to be on the show. Is that because I know, like, just think about storylines, and this is Housewives of Atlanta. So and I know that Nene, like, you know, like doing her Watch What Happened Live days, she would, you know, basically call that out and say that, you know, it's girls on the show who ain't wives. Like, the show need to stay on brand. Like, why are we not showcasing relationships? So maybe the nature of Housewives with the producers is like, look, y'all gotta have something going on. Like, y'all ain't gotta be married, but y'all gotta have some type of nigga somewhere. Like,
Now, I
man.
don't know if anybody here watches Love and Marriage. Right now they're doing a reunion now for Love and Marriage. Love and Marriage DC, and I just seen the last episode of the second part of the reunion, where they were just telling Carlos King about DJ what's his name, DJ Silver, Quicksilver, and Ashley, his wife. They had already stated that they didn't want the Cliftons to come to that basketball game, and Ashley had made it plain, but production was the one that was encouraging it. And she confronted Carlos King about that this last part 2 that just aired Saturday, about the fact that production was pushing the Cliftons being there, knowing what was going on, and that they should have respected Ashley and her husband's wishes, because they knew what was going on, because her and Ashley hadn't had a conversation yet. You know what I mean? About anything and everything. So at the end of the day, it's whatever, like you said, with Simon, I believe it's Simon that wants the film from the show, or whatever, to aid and insist in his divorce proceedings with Porsha. It's whatever production wants to give them, basically.
Yeah, and she's right on that, Conscious. You know, I have been on a few shows or auditioned for certain things, and what they do, they make you sign a paper, a waiver, all of that, and they tell you, if we want to fix it, you know, a certain way, we have that right to do that. That's the reason why they make you sign a paper and a waiver stating, you know, if we have the rights to your likeness and all that stuff. They make you do that for a reason. So what I'm saying is, there are things that production behind the scenes try to come up with to make the show look better for them.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
production does is produce. That's all they don't create the storylines. They know the drama and the tea that's going on, and they just put
But
people in the
they'll
role.
edge it now.
No, what
Yeah.
They may not
hear
create a
me,
storyline, but
no,
they'll edge
hear
it a
me
little
out.
bit because they know at the time Ashley and
Yeah, because
what's his name's
Love and
wife
Hip Hop,
was
like they actually have like actual storylines, even with a Housewives too. Like, well, to Rumors and Tea Point, what it's supposed to be is producers obviously have to have a show, so everybody has to have like a life going on that can be chronicled through the filming. Like people have to have, you know, like they got to bring it together and make everybody make sense. But what they're not supposed to be doing is manufacturing anything. But the current version of reality TV is completely man-made. So
yeah, we have a TV show here. I know y'all seen it, the Bellas of Bellas Collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's down here where we at. And
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you, they try to make Jackson, Mississippi look so. I be laughing. I say, you know what? Never mind. Try to show the beauty part of it when I live here and I know how it is. So they
Right.
try
It's
to
the same thing.
It's
yeah, they
not
try to
fault
show
if it's overproduced because what they do when they as you know when they produce and stuff. Like I said, they don't tell them what to say. They get the tea and all that, and they say, okay, listen, today y'all got to discuss this. This is what's going on, and y'all got to discuss this. Now, however y'all choose, whatever way, yeah, if it turn out good or if it turn out ratchet, that's on y'all. But you know, but you got
situation
some producers that are messy, and they go back and tell the
like
cast stuff
Carlos,
that they don't know about what the other person don't said and stuff like that or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it still be on the people. Like, when people are so desperate, like, I just really want them to get back to being as authentic as they can be. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I
like
having a structure because some people don't know how to do TV. You have to
right.
literally rope them back in and all of that. But we need the transparency and the authenticity. Like, I don't understand why everything has to be so, because these people really sit up here. We watch it most of these shows before the season starts. They start unnecessary drama with each
Right.
other so that people
Right.
could get invested. So when the season
because
premieres, the numbers go up
it's
and all
manufactured.
of that.
Like that's
Yeah,
why.
and I know that
It's
that's a
all
part of.
about production and editing at the end of
Yeah,
the
I
day.
know that is a part of marketing or whatever the case may be, and I'm cool with the marketing. But I just would like, because we know it's more than just everybody having drama. Like, the drama just be seen so draining. It goes on forever. It don't never seem to have a
It's the same
resolve and all of that.
even over
And
again.
that's not real life. That's
Right.
what it becomes like. It takes me to the sunken place and makes me not watch it because everything ain't so extreme. There can be resolution. We would like to see resolution. We don't
Right.
mind cussing each other out and being shady, but damn, it just becomes too much at times. Like,
Everything is too
I'm gonna
negative.
tell y'all
Everything is too negative.
the major problem because I'm gonna wrap this up because I got one more question for y'all. But the major problem with reality TV today, and this is why a lot of networks are relying on drama, like Zeus, Bravo, VH1, etc. They're relying on drama because they have forgot another working formula. Because to your point, Rumors and Tea, like you actually can manufacture, like you can make positivity fun. But the reason why that's not the formula is because a lot of these networks have forgot to actually put interesting people on TV. Because they no longer put interesting people on TV, because they no longer put like genuinely unique, like think about like the old Real World days on MTV, where they literally all they had to do was put a gothic kid, put the self-mutilator, put the closeted homosexual, put the privileged white guy, put the country southern KKK racist ass white girl together, and just boom, like just
Right,
putting,
and just turn the camera on.
like just putting these like polarizing personalities and these people with like unique identities and who have actual unique stories and have these like complex intersections in their life, putting them in spaces together, putting camera crew to their lifestyles, to their family dynamics. But now, like modern day reality TV, they have forgotten to choose interesting people. Now it's just about putting people who are highly photogenic on TV. They want people who look good, for one. Normally, good-looking people lack a lot of luster. So when you got a bunch of good-looking people, everybody looks fabulous, but ultimately everybody is substanceless. Now you got to then rely on the low vibrational, low-hanging fruit of it all, which is we need drama. That's the only thing that's going to make these good-looking people interesting.
I'm 52 years old, and I remember the Real World back in the day, the very first season when Real World first started back in the early 90s, Real World New York, the very first reality show on MTV. And I remember that cast, Heather Hunter, like you said, everybody from all different walks of life, you know, and they can just turn the camera on and just say, go at it.
Tarita is the show, the Surreal Life. Like,
that too. Yep. I remember Surreal Life too.
Yeah, like just putting these quirky ass people on TV was literally like it worked for itself. It did all the work itself. It didn't need all of the man-made puppeteering bullshit, fourth wall. Because remember, the fourth wall shit is how the drama with Phaedra happened, because allegedly Carlos King told Phaedra what Phaedra told Porsha.
Right.
That's how all that shit got started with Kandi and the dungeon and all that shit. But speaking of Kandi, I want to transition to this last segment. What do y'all think about Kandi quitting Housewives? Fans seem to be mixed. I see a lot of people here are Team Kandi and are like, Kandi bought the ratings. She bought a big fan base. Obviously, we know that Kandi is very self-made. She has a demographic all over the place. She got a successful sex toy line. She's a successful musician and songwriter. I mean, you know, so she has audiences upon audiences. But a lot of other people have been complaining that Kandi ain't been giving up shit the last few seasons, that she's essentially boring, and they're happy she's gone. Starting with you, Rumors and T, how do you feel about Kandi's departure? Would you like to have her back, or do you think it's time for her ass to take a recess?
I thought it was time for her ass to leave. I did. She was not a favorite for me. She was very boring for me. I give her accolades because she doesn't need Housewives, right? I'm happy that she left, and I would actually like for them to give each one of them at least 4 to 5 seasons and let their ass go. It should be a revolving door at this point.
Okay. Tarita, Kandi, is she?
I'm disappointed, but because I love Kandi Burruss, but at the end of the day, like Rumors and T says, she don't need their money, and she needs to focus on her marriage, because you know rumors keep going back and forth about her and her husband splitting up or this and that. Yeah. She's not taking enough time. Plus, he actually mentioned it on the show that, hey, you know, I need some of your time. You know, this is good that we out here getting these bags, but you know, at the end of the day, you're my wife. You know what I mean? And she ain't hurting for nothing. You know, I'm going to miss her. And but I mean, if she's got to do this, you know, to focus on her family and focus on her business, it's more and focus on her. Then at the end of the day, I'm happy for her.
Nice. Rashonda?
I would say this. I would tell y'all, I don't blame Kandi for leaving, but I'm gonna tell you something. Her birthday's coming up, so I would tell you, she just like me. We born in the same month now, y'all. I'm gonna say that. So let me explain something to y'all. Our side, as far as the Taurus, when we don't care, we don't care. we love people, and we love what we do. We talented and all of that. But at the same time, when we get tired of something, we really don't care. And I see, and this, you know, by her saying she's done, she's tired. She's been on there so long that she just really don't care. You can see it. Like, you know, hey, I done did all that I could do. Now I just want to leave. I just want to be done with everything. Because like I said, she's talented. She got all kind of stuff going on. She even has a platform on YouTube. So she's not hurt for anything. So she ain't lost nothing if she did lead a show.
Okay.
You get you get what I'm saying?
So you're sad, conscious. Are you? Can I ask you? Are you sad that your boo? I think you said it initially, but are you sad that your boo is gone?
I am, because I feel like Kandi was the equalizer and the neutralizer in the show. She was like great, just neutralize. You know, like when you got a lot of extra people in one setting, it's just good to have somebody who just seems a little bit more like still. And I feel like Kandi was like that person throughout the season, throughout the seasons. And she's a real life housewife. She's extremely successful. I feel like she's actually the closest to what the show was supposed to be about. And I actually feel like they could have used Kandi to kind of raise the standard for Housewives of anything. I felt like they should have actually used Kandi and what she's been able to accomplish in her situation as a way to just bring at like Housewives back, because Housewives initially, like Reckless Logic said, it was supposed to be about these amazing, high-end, wealthy, privileged Black women who, you know, just had it going on. And they had, you know, life in the palm of their hand, and it was about luxury and high-endness. And I really feel like they could have played that up with Kandi. I felt like we missed a lot of, like, I missed a lot of that. Like, if you look at the earlier seasons of Housewives, yes, there was drama, but it also like revolved around like Sheree is this like wealthy bad bitch CEO, like throwing these fabulous parties, fashionista, you know, Nene Leaks, and you know her delusional self-esteem, but nonetheless her privileged lifestyle. She is wearing these Decatur, Georgia ass wigs, and you know she is just all about bada bing, bada boom. You got Kim Zolciak, you know, like she's, you know, sugar baby of the century. And they were showing like lifestyles and they were putting on events. And I missed that. And I feel like it started to become too much about the cattiness and the messiness and just really fucking with each other and showing each other's reputation. So yes, we're gonna miss Kandi the equalizer, but I also think that Kandi probably predominantly left the show to save her marriage. I feel like she knows that, you know, that reality TV curse is kind of creeping up on her and her ninja. And I think she made the right choice to leave, and I hope that she does give her family some more of her time, because it wasn't just Todd, her own kids. Like O'Reilly done said, why the fuck you keep having these children and you really ain't even got time to be raising none of them? Like you need to sit your ass down some damn where. So
Yeah.
I hope that her clearing up her housewives schedule is going to impact and make her real life better. I'm actually rooting for her and Todd. I want them to stay together. I think that they're cute together. I think they balance each other out. And I think they came too far to quit now. So whatever they need to do to save their love, totally here for it.
Me too.
Conscious, can I ask you a favor? I know we don't harp in on reality shows.
Mhm.
But can if we send you, I don't want it to be all the time, but every once in a while, if we send you a show that we can have a discussion about
Yes,
in regard to,
send
you
it
know,
to
the
me.
community, and can we do
Yes,
that? Because I'm finding that there are some reality shows, even though they're full of drama, there's some substance, there's something there that we all can relate to and talk
but you
about.
know how we do, even if it ain't no substance. Oh, we
We'll
know how to
see.
turn it into a substantive
Yeah,
situation.
yeah,
Yeah.
because when I do check out the reality, and I'm a late bloomer to it all, so I don't be watching when everybody else watch it or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm always like,
Mm-hmm.
because like I'm and I'm gonna move on so you can
Yeah.
go. But the Kandi thing or whatever, for me, I wish they would have never. I liked Kandi better when Kandi was dealing in the sex talk and all of that. Um, because it just made it, made her more, even though she's always been down to earth to me, it just made her a little bit more relatable. And I
All
wish
the way
that
third.
they weaponized that against, and from that point on, it seemed like we stopped seeing Candy's family and her life on the Housewives. Now I know they did spinoffs, but Kandi brings talent. Like that's one thing I can say. She
Yeah.
ain't coming empty-handed. So even if she don't necessarily give a lot of herself, she's going to bring somebody else that is. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that we really do need her on TV. Her and her family. We
Yeah.
need them on TV. They're entertaining as fuck.
They
And
are.
and
A
that's
lot
what
of
I was
people
saying.
a
And
lot
that's
I'm
what I
like
was.
that with Married to Medicine. One thing they're about marriage at the end of the day. It's about staying together and holding together, holding each other together, supporting each other's marriages. Like what's the name? The doctor, the OBGYN, she credits the
Come
show Married
on.
to Medicine, yes, to saving her and her husband's marriage because she was at her wit's end with his so-called best friend, you know, and like you said, that reality uh, curse,
yeah.
and it's not so much of a curse because if there was already problems in your marriage before you even signed up to do reality TV, it's gonna spill out, and it's just
That's
it's
the
just
part
gonna
though,
come
like
to
that they don't tell
fruition,
anybody. And that's the part
right? Just in front of everybody, it'll just come to fruition in front of millions and millions of people on national television. That's just the
Well,
difference.
sometimes it does create problems because
and
most
it
of the
can
time the
create
women get paid
problems
and the
because
men don't.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Because
there's a two front part to
equivalent
that.
to being a social it's equivalent to being like a social media star. It's like once you let people into your life, that shit is going to go left because there are people who are just going to do the most. And you're dealing with a bombardment of adjustments and critiques and yeah, people like if you come on here transparent, like the haters and the trolls are going to use your transparency. They're going to weaponize that against you. It becomes a whole mess, and it's a lot for a couple to exist in front of reality TV and then deal with the dynamics because it's very nuanced because we're talking about hetero people in this case. So you have situations like what Nene and Greg had went through, where once Nene was able to get a lot of independency and her legacy was no longer rooted in the success of her husband, but she was able to have legitimate polarizing success of her own. And then as she's escalating her own bag and she's on her way to being, the highest paid, her and Greg started going through a breakdown because the gender dynamics changed between them. This security that Greg was rooted in as the breadwinner, as the person who is the provider, was now challenged by Nene coming up in
Right.
rank economically, coming up in rank socially. They divorced over these indifferences. And so reality TV in and of itself, in terms of what you're subjected to, can be a lot for a couple to constantly deal with critique. You have the public always like hyper obsessing over
Mm-hmm.
relationships, over your friendships. You have people like just looking and poking at everything, turning a molehill into a mountain. That's a lot. And then when people are getting paid, and we're talking about women in this case who make up a big chunk of the reality stars, like this is challenging their relationships to their men, etc. The so-called high valued men who really just want a dummy, they want a pretty dummy. A lot
Yep.
of these women, you know, they become titans and they're able to compete on every level, like with their man. And I remember Nene Leaks had spoke about this in her interview with Carlos King, where she was
Mm-hmm.
like, Greg totally felt like I was emasculating him, as a result of my success. So it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. And that's the thing that these reality stars, they don't come, like nobody tells them this. No.
And not only that, conscious, I'm gonna tell you this: behind the scenes, what I found out, people before you even decide to even get in reality TV, you have to be comfortable with that person. If a person has talent and they happen to, go viral, whatever, you have to be comfortable with that person, whatever they, doing. That the females and the males gonna come around and all that stuff. It's people that's not comfortable when that stuff happens. You see what I'm saying? Even if they even ain't on TV, they may go viral and it creates problems. If you're not comfortable with that person, these are things that you should talk about if you get in a relationship with a person ahead of time. Say, how do you feel about me if we got went viral or whatever? Because what it does, if you had a conversation, your relationship when you do go viral, it won't be as bad. You see what I'm saying? But see,
You know,
what happens is
Mm-hmm.
what happens is a lot of people get ego and they get the tripping and get mad because somebody else is going viral. They get
It's a
more
lot
shine and stuff.
it's a lot of I think I even heard Nene also say that she did believe at one point in time that Greg began to compete with her, that it became a competition in their relationship. So to your point, a lot of that happens, a lot of egotism happens. You got one person who starts to feel themselves a whole lot in their relationship, or you get growing insecurities because like your partner has a lot of desirability on them. I mean, both partners take that on because you both are being introduced to an audience. So you got men attracted to the woman, you got women attracted to the men, you got people in people DMs now. So it's a lot to navigate. I feel so bad sometimes because of what reality marriages and relationships are subjected to, because they don't have any training coming into this. Like there's no heads up. You just go in because it's an exciting opportunity. You're going to make money. You're going to be famous. There's going to be all of these, amenities afforded to you, but nobody tells you about the dark, fucked up side. Even me in DC right now, I don't know if you guys have recently heard, but he
Mm-hmm.
recently made a statement about Yandy, his wife from Love and Hip Hop New
Yeah.
York, saying that
Mm-hmm.
she sit her ass down. Like, he needs her. He feel like he's a damn single parent right now.
yep.
A lot of the reality husbands be struggling like with their wives, who are taking advantage of the fact that, once again, women haven't always lived in a world where they had this much access. And I can understand women taking advantage of their opportunity to really establish themselves and wanting like personal security, because they know the reality of relying on these men economically, relying on these men emotionally. And these women now have a way out. They have a way to create a alternative reality in case there's an apocalypse in this reality shared. Um and these women out here booked and motherfucking busy. They out here booked up, you know.
And my
We also
thing
want
is,
to say
Condi.
one thing, and then I'm gonna y'all say goodbye to y'all,
Okay.
say good night to y'all.
Mhm.
The thing with Yandy and Missy, that's the thing. But see, this should not become only with her donating her egg. I agree with him 100%. She shouldn't do that. I don't care. She considered, like I said, she considered her cousin her sister. They was raised together, whatever. That is something that, between a husband and wife, really, she really needs to consider him, because they are married. And that's because that is a part of her DNA. You know what I mean? But everything else, he knows that Yandy has always been on her go. She's always been about her bag. She's always been about, you know, um, 10 toes down to the ground. I'm going to get my hustle on. I'm going to get my bag. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to work this. I'm going to work that. So that should not be a shock to me in DC. You know what I mean? But the thing where I think he feels demasculated is her doing things without even having a discussion with him. You know what I mean? And that when you're married, that is something that you just cannot do. You got to, you want him to put 100 in, you got to put 100 in.
Yep.
At the end of the day, when you're married, it's a totally different story. But she's running out here like, when Mandisi was in prison for 4.5 years. You know what I mean? Okay, your man is home now. You know what I mean? He's busy. It ain't like he's sitting on his behind, because he's busy too. He's hustle. He's a hustle man himself. But at the end of the day, she does have to take his feelings in consideration. Period. Point blank, because they are married. And I understand the reason why Robin handled her situation the way she did. I don't like the fact that she made people pay money to hear her facts about what transpired between that woman and her husband. But at the end of the day, I see why Robin handled the situation the way she did. But at the end of the day, it's reality TV, and a lot of people came down on her because of the fact you're on a reality TV show. Show us the reality of it.
It
You know
wasn't
what I
that. That
mean?
ain't why people was really upset. They were upset. I don't know. We gotta go, but they were upset with Robin because Robin, you always in everybody else's business, trying to steal somebody else's tea, asking everybody else on TV. You want everybody else to be transparent, but you're not doing it. So
I
that
think
that
I
that was
Right,
the
exactly. That's
I
what I
think
mean. She wanted.
that was the
she
case.
wanted to handle.
I think that was the case for the viewers, but I think that what Karita said is the case for the producers, because I do remember Andy calling her out, was like, "Look, this is reality TV, and you have to put it on the line. Like you're like,
this is what we paying you for."
Yeah, like this house once again, Housewives of Potomac. Like you're not here as a solo act, so you have a relationship. And that's a part of the expectation, is that you got to show that shit. And I think to what Women's and Tea said, like for the viewers, it was just like, yeah, these bitches are nosy. Like you nosy as fuck. You always in somebody else's shit. So yeah, don't be a hypocrite. Like pull the curtain back and show us the real Wizard of Oz.
Exactly.
And that's what everybody. That's a general consistent straight across the board. Like people are tired. Long are the days, even though we love drama. Long are the days that we just want to sit and watch people pull here, you know what I'm saying, take low blows, go all the way below hell, and you know what I'm saying, and their antics. Like, we just want to balance. We just want to balance. Like you said, you can have fun things, whatever, whatever. But Conscious, I want to ask you, when are you going to do a reality show? Because I have a feeling that we would have a effing ball just watching you and your crew.
Yeah.
Your tribe, do your thing. Like,
I'm here for
never,
it. I'm here for
you
it.
doing your own thing. I know you was. I know you said you were doing Bad Boys Club or something at one point, but would you be interested in doing your own thing?
I was talking to one of the producers who was talking to me about Bad Boys at the time. But a lot of people were talking me out of that and were saying that it wasn't like, it didn't fit with my brand. But I've since realized that I need to stop talking to people about what the fuck I want to do, because I know exactly what I want my brand to look like. And I actually don't mind doing ratchet ass TV, because I grew up on ratchet ass TV and I love ratchet ass TV. And I do want my legacy rooted in ratchet ass TV. I don't mind swinging and banging and acting a motherfucking fool on reality TV.
Conscious, why do I see you doing different characters?
Look, because at the end of the day, like, I'm not gonna lie, I do want to do low vibrational TV. I do. Like I'm looking. It's some things that I'm considering.
I'm seeing you playing the uncle, the granddaddy, all of it.
But it got to be like high-end ratchet TV. Like I don't want to do.
Oh, so no Zeus. You don't want Zeus.
Yeah,
you don't want no Zeus.
Like, the bag has got to be cute, and their production got to produce. Like it got to look expensive, even though it's going to be ratchet as fuck. But I also want some self-produced stuff as well, because my life is ridiculous as hell, and I think, and my family is absolutely fucking insane. So I would love to do reality TV. Like that's something that I actually want to do before, my ass drops, before my titties fall, before everything goes to hell. I want to be able to just get on TV and just do what I do and just show all of the dynamics of my personality. So that's something I'm looking into.
Well, let me put my wish fulfillment in right now. I want everybody to refer back to this particular live. So y'all write it down, screenshot it, the date, time, all of that. I would like to see you self-produce, put on, and then put it on Patreon or something. I would like for you to have self-produced, you like a version of Sex in the City, your own spin of Sex in the City. Like I want to see, like the dudes, these sexy ass dudes chasing after
a day in the life of Conscious.
Because
a day in the life of Conscious TV.
You give me Carrie Bradshaw with your aesthetics. I love like the fashion. Yes.
Anya, I'm really like.
Or I got a better one, In Conscious Mind.
Y'all have a better one. Don't say that. Say I have another one.
That's nice. I like that. In Conscious Mind. That sounds nice.
Conscious on TV. Like
yes, a day in the life.
But let me tell you, I really like. This is something that if there's going to be a time to capitalize, it would be like right now. So I need to be talking to producers and film writers and really actually start making some headways, because the things that I'm going into would be dope to film because, you know, I'm going to be going back to Miami to get, you know, some little touch-ups done to my body. I would love all of that to be captured. I'm going into a whole nother just era of my life that I think is going to be really interesting in terms of content, and I think it'll be worthy of definitely like being shot before the grand stage. So I'm a work on it. I'm gonna continue to reach out, sit at the table, come to the table, and figure things out. Because it's all there. I mean, like, you know, it's all sitting there. So it's just a matter of just getting the proper formula.
And Conscious, you come with your own followers and your fans, so you know.
Right. And not only that, Conscious, them wigs you be have, they be wigging now. They be wigging.
Rashonda, they're not wigs, they're units.
Okay. My bad. I'm sorry, sweetie. Units.
I gotta get up out of here.
I love you.
Yes, good night, everybody.
And thank you for all the birthday wishes and stuff. I love hanging out with y'all. Y'all made my birthday so special. Thank you.
Family child on period. Good night, boo. All right, you guys. This was Porsha. I got some stuff, girl. We got to talk about this nigga who set himself on fire outside of the damn courthouse for Trump. Now he done went into the afterlife looking like a damn over-fried box of damn Popeyes in front of God, girl. Okay? We got to talk about that. What else I had on the docket? I had a lot of shit on the docket. We got to talk about, hold on, let me see what my docket was looking like. The man on fire, Donald Trump. We got to talk about this damn great white shark that was bitten in half, girl. I'm talking about like literally ripped apart, girl. They're talking about the damn Leviathan. Okay? It's out there chewing up the damn animals, girl. Out there chewing up the whales and shit, girl. Oh, nasty piece of biblical mythology, girl. We got to get into all of that. Let me see who else I had up on this docket. We got to get into Megan Thee Stallion ass. Apparently, girl, she being sued by her cameraman, girl, because she back there getting her damn R. Kelly on in the back seat. We got to talk about Beyonce, honey, and this old nasty piece of hair care, girl, because she got the girls girling at this point, girl. So it's a lot that we got to get into. So we're probably going to do an old nasty piece of hot topics tomorrow. We're going to be gagging. We're going to be roasting down, girl. We're going to be getting into it, all right? I love you guys. If you guys enjoyed the show, you got your life here, you had fun, Cash App, $Consciouztv, spelled just like the channel is, or PayPal.me/Consciouztv. Show a nigga some love, bitch. We back. I love you, love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Thumbs up the video and share, and tell a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, okay? All right, good night. Bye.